adorable.
But he was no monster. Wait, what was them calling us?
Welcome to Cephastock Movie Recaps. Today we journey into Stranger Things Season 4. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Let us know where you're watching from and share your thoughts in the comments. We truly appreciate your support, dear friend. Thank you. For those interested in learning how I create these movie recaps, you'll find a step-by-step masterclass link in the description. We begin. On the morning of September 8, 1979, a paperboy cycles through a quiet suburban neighborhood, delivering the day's news. Nearby, Dr. Martin Brenner carries out his precise morning ritual, dressing carefully before heading to Hawkins National Laboratory. Inside the pristine, tightly regulated facility, he moves through silent corridors and enters the Rainbow Room, where several unusually talented children, enrolled in a research program, spend the morning peacefully engaged in play. Entering the room, he approaches 10, a young boy with unusual abilities, asking if he is ready for lessons, then guides him through pastel halls,
Dr. Ellis?
passing Dr. Ellis and 6 preparing elsewhere. Inside the chamber, Brenner starts basic perception exercises, asking 10 to identify shapes sketched on a pad.
The sun.
No, what'd you say?
10 succeeds, so Brenner urges a harder task,
To find Dr. Ellis.
observing Dr. Ellis and 6 in the next room. 10 focuses and describes their movements, then grows distressed, breath racing. Alarms sound throughout the lab.
Something is wrong.
10 whispers that Ellis and 6 are gone from view.
10? What's going on out there?
Brenner, confused, calls the intercom for answers. Near the door, massive shocks tear it loose, flinging him back unconscious suddenly. When Brenner regains consciousness, the chamber is quiet, broken only by a faint alarm hum. 10 lies motionless beside him. Staggering into the corridor, Brenner encounters a scene of devastation. Scientists, guards, and children collapsed, the halls marked by dark stains and ruin. At the center stands a young 11, shaken and tearful, her face stained as her eyes well. Years later, 11, now publicly known as Jane Hopper, reside in the small town of Lenora Hills, writing Mike about West Coast life while creating a school diorama project of a hero, choosing her late father, Jim Hopper.
I'm not a robot.
Joyce Byers works from home as a telemarketer, while Will spends hours painting, keeping one artwork hidden from everyone. Jonathan Byers acts strangely, spending time with new friend Argyle and experimenting with odd herbs while stressed about a college decision, since Nancy was accepted. With his car broken, the Byers siblings ride to school in Argyle's van.
But now I find it pretty here too.
On March 21, 1986, months after leaving Hawkins, Elle claims school is going well, though she faces cruelty from Angela and Jake, ending her letter eagerly awaiting spring break with Mike. Back in Hawkins, the group struggles with high school after recent events.
Let's go!
Mike and Nancy hurry to class.
9! Try Tiger's 80.
Dustin remains long distance with Susie, who quietly uses her computer skills to fix his Latin grade, despite personal reservations.
Repent later.
Aren't I? But the problem with Heidi...
Meanwhile, Steve drives Robin to the pep rally, the two trading jokes about their hopeless love lives. Steve admits he wants something real, not fleeting connections. Robin confesses her crush on bandmate Vicky, worried about rejection and judgment, but Steve boosts her confidence,
That Vicky is definitely not the wrong girl.
convinced the feelings are returned and urging her to take the chance.
Hey, wait up!
At school, Max is asked by the new guidance counselor, Miss Kelly, to meet after the pep rally.
I'd like to see you today. Come straight after lunch.
Now freshmen Mike, Dustin, Lucas, and Max navigate new paths. Mike and Dustin are fully committed to the Hellfire Club, while Lucas drifts toward basketball. They watch as he enters with the team and its confident captain, Jason Carver.
It's been a tough year for Hawkins.
Jason delivers a heartfelt eulogy honoring those lost in the Starcourt Mall fire, including Heather Holloway, Jim Hopper, and Billy Hargrove.
Think of Billy. Think about each and every one of our friends who...
Turning grief into motivation, he rallies his basketball team, urging them to channel their emotions and fight for victory in that night's championship game.
How is that possible?
Shocked the game is tonight, Mike and Dustin try to convince Lucas to attend Eddie's campaign instead. Lucas refuses, prioritizing the championship, and asks them to reschedule for another night.
So I'm asking you guys.
Frustrated but loyal, Mike and Dustin reluctantly agree. In California, Joyce receives an unexpected package from Russia. Curious, she carefully opens it, revealing a mysterious doll inside. Its appearance sparks unease and intrigue, leaving her to wonder who sent it.
And along the way, that is why I have chosen.
That was wonderful, man.
At Lenora Hills High, 11 presents her visual aid project while Will sits nearby, quietly supportive.
I chose my dad.
During class, a girl flirts with Will, but he awkwardly retreats. Jake mocks Elle's work, and Angela criticizes her choice, claiming her late father isn't a historical figure.
Sorry, I'm just like...
My dad was in the newspaper.
Holding back tears, 11 defends him as a hero who died saving lives in a mall fire, leaving the class uneasy. Angela quickly offers a hollow apology. Afterward, heartbroken, 11 rushes out crying, and Will's efforts to console her prove ineffective, leaving her shaken and alone. On her way to the school counselor's office, Max notices Chrissy Cunningham leaving, visibly shaken.
Sorry.
Inside, Ms. Kelly reviews Max's falling grades, revealing the strain of recent upheaval. After Billy's demise, Max's stepfather left, taking financial stability with him. Max and her mother move to the Forest Hills trailer park, where Susan works 2 jobs and drinks more than before. She struggles with headaches and haunting dreams of Billy, yet insists she is improving, refusing to share the full weight of her pain.
I'm being open.
You stalking me or something?
Oh no.
Lucas finds Max in the hallway and invites her to his game. She brushes him off, denying anything's wrong. When he calls her distant, she coldly says people change, then walks away.
Hey,
Good luck.
Max enters the restroom and notices Chrissy looking unwell inside a stall. She offers help, but Chrissy quietly declines. Once alone, Chrissy is overtaken by a terrifying vision of her mother screaming and forcing her way inside. Dark, unnatural shapes appear beneath the stall door.
Chrissy, get you all.
The vision abruptly stops, and a shaken Chrissy rushes out, desperate to escape the space. In the bustling cafeteria, Eddie flips through a magazine discussing how groups like the Hellfire Club are increasingly misunderstood amid a wave of nationwide fear and suspicion. Mike and Dustin approach him carefully, explaining that Lucas can't attend their Dungeons & Dragons campaign because the championship basketball game is scheduled for the same night.
Lucas has to do his,
Hoping to keep their party intact, they ask Eddie to delay the session. Eddie shuts the idea down immediately, declaring that the Hellfire Club never bends its schedule and that the game will proceed as planned. As Eddie's intensity fills the room, he tells them to find Lucas's replacement right away.
So let me see if I have this.
Hook thingamajig.
Sickle.
Afraid she may be in danger after closing the gate, Joyce calls Murray Bauman for help. Examining the doll, she notices sealed cracks.
Jesus.
What?
Murray suspects it could hide a device and urges her to break it open carefully, using rope and a heavy object to stay safe.
Or
Smashing.
In a woodshop class, Argyle tries to lift Jonathan's spirits, knowing Nancy can't visit during spring break because she's busy at the school paper.
No, she's not ditching me.
Across town, Nancy faces questions from her confidant, Fred Benson, about Jonathan's absence.
he has to watch over his brother.
Okay.
Argyle challenges Jonathan's college hopes, pointing out the heavy cost and whether it's truly what he wants. Fred, meanwhile, presses Nancy about Jonathan's poor communication. Despite the doubts, both Jonathan and Nancy defend each other fiercely, insisting their relationship is perfect.
Between us is
Perfect.
Mike barges in, attempting to recruit Nancy, while he and Dustin scour the school for someone capable of replacing Lucas in Eddie's campaign. Every lead fails.
Well, guys?
He sides.
Really?
Everyone gets a t-shirt.
Frustration mounts until Dustin suddenly realizes they've been searching far too narrowly.
No.
I hate high school. Where are you going? Just trust me!
Meanwhile, Chrissy crosses the football field and slips into the woods behind the school, shaken by earlier visions. As she ventures deeper, the air turns unsettling.
hello?
A strange clock appears within a tree, its warped chimes echoing. The glass cracks, insects pouring out toward her.
You okay?
At the height of fear, the vision vanishes when she collides with Eddie Munson. It becomes clear Eddie is there to make a discreet delivery. The two reconnect awkwardly, recalling their shared middle school days. Chrissy, once admired by everyone, and Eddie, long treated as an outsider. Noticing how shaken she seems, Eddie gently uses humor to calm her nerves. He offers her something mild at a reduced price, hoping it will help her unwind.
A name like that, how could I?
Instead, Chrissy, clearly desperate to silence whatever is troubling her, softly asks for something far more powerful.
Stronger?
Nice job, Kate.
After finishing a school project in California, Elle walks across campus but is tripped by Angela, dropping her work.
I hope Mr. Fibley's okay.
Will watches in shock as bullies stomp and taunt her. Furious, Elle tries using her powers but nothing happens. The crowd laughs, mocking her. Miss Gracie intervenes, questioning Elle, who lies and says she tripped.
It was just an accident.
Seeing Angela's avoidance, Miss Gracie takes her to the principal, leaving Angela begging Elle to lie, but Elle stays silent. As the crowd disperses, Will rushes to comfort Elle, but she sits in tears, clutching Hopper's broken figure. Following Murray Bauman's instructions,
Releasing it, got it.
Joyce smashes the mysterious Russian doll and is stunned when a hidden note slips out. Reading it, shock and joy flood her as she realizes it proves Hopper is still alive, leaving her completely ecstatic. Lucas warms up with the Tigers, the championship crowd roaring around him, the gym alive with energy. Steve arrives with a date, trying to appear effortlessly cool, while Robin nervously joins Vicky among the cheerleaders, their awkward conversation hinting at Robin's obvious crush. As Tammy Thompson sings the national anthem, surprisingly on key, Lucas notices Max is missing, and a wave of disappointment threatens his concentration just as the game is about to start. Meanwhile, Mike, Dustin, and Erica arrive for Eddie's Dungeons & Dragons campaign.
What's your class and level?
Eddie initially doubts Erica's abilities but is quickly impressed by her skill and charm, welcoming her into the Hellfire Club.
Welcome to Hellfire.
Meanwhile, the Hawkins Tigers steadily climb the scoreboard, the gym buzzing with excitement.
The hooded cultists.
While during the campaign, the group confronts Vecna, long believed defeated after Cass's daring attempt to end him. Challenges mount for both teams. On the court, the team's opponent intentionally injures one of their players, which causes a benched Lucas to replace his position. While in the campaign, Dustin and the group wrestle with the choice of retreating or standing their ground against the powerful villain. Resolute, they choose to confront their foe. As the climax approaches, only Dustin and Erica remain, the rest defeated.
Agreed to the death?
That wasn't literal.
Once more, the option to retreat tempts them, but both players steel themselves, resolute in their mission to defeat Vecna and claim victory. At the championship, fearing they will lose the victory, Jason becomes determined to score them a point but misses the hoop.
Just get me the ball.
Meanwhile, Dustin attempts to attack and misses the shot. But Erica successfully vanquishes the boss with a critical hit. At the same time, Lucas takes the ball and scores the winning shot during a buzzer beater. Securing their team the win in 22 years. Both teams relish the joy of winning their respective games. However, amid the celebration, Lucas sees Erica cheering with the Hellfire Club and feels a twinge of sadness, their victory suddenly feeling distant and apart from him.
2 years, be feeling on top of the world right.
Max sits quietly in her trailer beside her sleeping inebriated mother. Hearing the dogs bark, she gathers leftovers and feeds him, noticing Eddie and Chrissy entering his trailer but choosing to look away.
Okay, alright.
Sorry for the mess.
At the Munson trailer, Eddie searches for the drug Special K, intending to sell it to Chrissy. Distracted by the distorted chimes of a grandfather clock, Chrissy leaves and follows the sound, opening a door that transports her into a surreal, nightmarish version of her home.
Did you find it?
Mom?
Inside, she relives traumatic memories, her mother's face twisted unnaturally, her father with eyes and mouth sewn shut, trapped in a terrifying vision.
Found it.
Meanwhile, Eddie finally finds the drug, only to freeze in horror as Chrissy stands motionless, unresponsive, seemingly in a trance. Flickering lights cast shadows as an unseen entity corners her, ominously declaring it's time to end her suffering.
Chrissy! Chrissy!
In the trailer, Eddie watches helplessly as Chrissy's body violently levitates. As her body twists impossibly, Eddie screams, paralyzed with terror. Once believed lost in the tragedy, Hopper's fate is finally revealed. As Joyce shut down the machine, he leapt from the platform just in time, escaping the deadly blast that consumed everyone else. Moments later, he awakens amid the aftermath, very much alive. Max wakes in pain and quietly takes her medicine, steadying herself as chaos erupts outside. Police flood the trailer park after Wayne Munson reports Chrissy Cunningham found lifeless in Eddie's trailer.
Never seen her before?
Drawn by fear and curiosity, Max edges closer and catches a brief, disturbing glimpse before officers push her back. Elsewhere, unseen government agents listen in on Chief Powell's report, hinting that far larger forces are already quietly moving behind the scenes.
How someone could even...
In California, Mike arrives and reunites with Eleven in a burst of excitement, hugging tightly after months apart. Mike notices while nervously clutching a rolled painting, which he quickly hides.
It's nothing, it's just this painting I've been working on.
Hey Mike, this is my friend Durga.
As they walk, Eleven cheerfully outlines her plans and casually calls Angela her friend, confusing Will, who knows the truth. Nearby, Murray Bauman passes through the airport unnoticed, carrying urgent intentions of his own.
Let's go! This is life or death!
At the Hawkins video store, Robin tells Steve their romantic struggles are two sides of the same problem.
If only we could just, combine.
Joking that if they merged personalities, they'd be unstoppable together.
And you have no idea what you want.
As they finish preparing for the day, the mood shifts when local news reports the passing of a student. No name is released yet, leaving the store quiet and uneasy as concern settles in.
They're currently in the process of notifying the family.
Lucas retches while Jason offers steady reassurance as Hung overwhelms after a reckless night at the abandoned Benny's Burgers. The group gathers around a television, unaware the breaking report concerns Chrissy Cunningham.
Department are actively investigating.
Hey, don't say that.
Outside, rising sirens announce police arrival, sharpening the sense of danger. Across town at the school paper, Nancy Wheeler and her classmates watch the same broadcast. When Barbara Holland's name surfaces, Nancy impulsively invites Fred Benson to help investigate. As authorities quietly remove Chrissy from the scene, the reporter reflects on Hawkins' troubling transformation, from a once peaceful town into one shadowed by repeated loss, raising a sobering question about whether it can ever truly recover. Max bursts into Dustin's house with urgent news just as he and his mother watch coverage of the shocking death.
Not in the news yet or anything, but I guarantee you.
No way.
Well, we can't rule it.
She reveals the victim was Chrissy Cunningham and admits she saw her with Eddie Munson shortly before everything went wrong. Now Eddie has vanished. Dustin immediately defends his friend, insisting Eddie would never hurt anyone, while Max remains cautious and unsettled.
Okay, all right.
She explains she hasn't gone to the police because at the moment Chrissy died, the lights in her trailer flickered wildly and she saw Eddie running in fear.
I started to think back and...
Realizing the danger and confusion growing by the minute, Dustin decides they must find Eddie themselves and hear his side before it's too late.
Have you talked to anyone else?
Dusty, where are you going?
Your friend.
You heard the...
Bauman reads the note Joyce found, which instructs her to call a number to make a reservation and avoid involving the government.
Who the hell sent this?
A friend?
It's signed by Enzo, a detail Joyce recognizes as a code, the name of the restaurant where Hopper once asked her on a date. Bauman insists Hopper is gone, arguing that if he were alive in Russia, the message could be a trap.
Indulge this fantasy.
Forged to draw them in. Still, Joyce refuses to give up hope. Certain the note is genuine, she convinces Bauman to help her place the call using an encrypted signal, choosing belief over fear. He accepts but doing it his way.
We're gonna call that number. My way.
Speaking of Hopper, indeed, Joyce is right, he's still alive. In 1985, after surviving the disaster, Hopper is captured by Russian guards inside the burning lab. They imprison him, pressuring him for Joyce's identity, even showing her photo.
Who is she? Flana!
Despite relentless interrogation and harsh treatment, Hopper refuses to betray her, enduring everything in silence to keep her safe. Jonathan and Argyle drop off 11, Mike and Will at the roller rink, with Jonathan offering Will a quiet boost of encouragement.
Have fun. Thanks.
Inside, 11 keeps up the act, pretending her social life is thriving. While Mike steps away to get socks, Will gently confronts 11 about lying to him. She listens but refuses to stop, choosing the illusion over the truth.
Green and I got vomit green.
The decision quickly proves unwise when Angela and her group of relentless bullies enter the roller rink.
Check it out.
Spotting 11 holding hands with Mike, their arrival sending tension and anticipation rippling through the crowd. As the basketball team waits for individual police interviews, Lucas' teammate Patrick reassures him it's likely nothing serious.
I'd vote for trespassing myself.
Meanwhile, Jason faces intense questioning about his night, including whether he spoke to Chrissy, knew of her buying anything, or spent time with Eddie. Piecing together the questions, Jason begins to suspect Eddie may have harmed Chrissy in some way.
Did he hurt Chrissy?
Overwhelmed, he leaves his teammates behind and walks into the woods, releasing a raw, cathartic scream that carries the weight of frustration. Dustin and Max arrive at the video store, transforming it into their makeshift base.
Off of that. I need it.
Amid stacks of tapes and flickering neon lights, they prepare to track down Eddie and uncover the answers they desperately need.
You're not Jonathan.
Clearly not.
Nancy and Fred drive toward the Munson home,
That's not the mystery we're investigating today.
Nancy finally admitting she wishes Jonathan were back and sensing something is wrong with him.
Hi, officer.
As they arrive, Nancy attempts to bluff the police guard, with Fred casually backing her up.
Actually, I do know you.
The plan goes awry when the officer suddenly turns aggressive,
We almost had calling us.
triggering a horrifying hallucination for Fred. The officer accuses him of causing a fatal car crash from the previous year, and Fred's scar seems to reopen, bleeding. The vision shatters as the real officer returns, snapping Fred out of it and letting them through. In California, a relaxed Jonathan and Argyle hit golf balls while discussing Jonathan's relationship with Nancy. Jonathan admits he's attending community college and won't join her at Emerson, citing family responsibilities. Argyle doubts his reasoning and suggests a special strain of stash to help him clear his mind and think through his decisions, offering support while teasing Jonathan about his tendency to overthink.
Yeah, man, your nightmare cycle. You want it to stop?
I guess.
Really? Let's go.
At the roller rink, 11 and her friends enjoy milkshakes when Angela approaches, feigning friendliness to lure 11 onto the rink.
Come on.
I hope she hasn't been telling you everything.
Will notices one of Angela's friends secretly filming and warns Mike, realizing a setup.
The local snitch.
The DJ suddenly switches the music, dedicating it mockingly to the local snitch, as Angela's group surrounds and taunts 11. Despite Mike's frantic efforts to intervene, tension mounts. At the song's climax, a milkshake is thrown at 11. Humiliated and overwhelmed, she flees the rink in tears, leaving her friends shocked, worried, and unsure how to help her cope with the cruel encounter. Bauman quickly reroutes Joyce's call to another state, warning her to act fast and demand proof that Hopper is alive.
From Durham, North Carolina. Keep it brief.
How brief?
The line connects to a Russian phone booth,
This is Enzo.
where a man identifying himself as Enzo demands $40,000 be brought to Yuri's Fish and Fly in Nome.
You give Yuri money, Yuri gets me money.
Within 2 days to secure Hopper's release. Joyce insists on speaking with Hopper, but Enzo claims he's stuck, while a woman outside yells sharply in Russian. The call abruptly ends,
But it wasn't a friend either.
leaving Joyce and Bauman stunned and anxious. A short clip reveals Hopper's incredible resilience,
Strong American.
enduring every Russian interrogation technique without yielding. Frustrated, they send him to the remote Kamchatka prison camp, where he remains imprisoned, enduring harsh conditions for 9 grueling months. Lieutenant Colonel Jack Sullivan arrives in Indiana to examine Chrissy Cunningham's shocking death, underlining the situation's gravity.
Blood for the devil. I hear Satanists do that. It's just a D&D club.
Meanwhile, Jason Carver rallies the basketball team against Eddie Munson and the Hellfire Club, portraying them as a threat. Lucas insists it's just a Dungeons & Dragons group, citing insider knowledge, but Jason vows revenge, burning a Hellfire poster while Lucas watches. Dustin and group scramble to track down Eddie Munson. Max reveals his stash source is a man named Reefer Rick.
Reefer Rick, and sometimes Eddie crashes there.
As Steve and Dustin argue over the next move, Robin has a sudden insight. They can search the store system using Rick's first name and movie interests. Their search uncovers a Rick Lipton who's checked out multiple Cheech and Chong films. With his remote lakeside address in hand, the group sets off, determined to find Eddie. Frustrated after hitting dead ends with Eddie's neighbors,
I'm telling you, we've talked to everyone.
Nancy Wheeler decides to confront Wayne Munson directly.
I'm a friend of Max Mayfield's.
She earns his trust, promising honesty and respect for his words. Wayne insists Eddie could never hurt anyone, yet his tone darkens as he recounts a terrifying chapter from his past, a series of vicious deaths that claimed his family.
You ever hear the name?
He reveals that Victor Creel, responsible for the atrocities, was institutionalized, though the details eerily mirror Chrissy Cunningham's death.
Pure evil.
Unease lingers as Wayne wonders whether Creel, or someone like him,
broke out,
might have somehow slipped free, leaving danger still at large. As Wayne talks, Fred Benson is lured into the woods by the eerie ticking of a distant grandfather clock. He follows it to a clearing just as Nancy notices he's vanished. Panic-stricken, Fred sprints deeper into the forest, desperate to escape the terrifying visions, while Nancy's worry intensifies, sensing the danger closing in. There, a horrifying sight awaits. A family in funeral clothes, their faces and hands grotesquely twisted, accusing him of the lives lost. In a frigid prison, Hopper's head and face are shaved, a chilling warning delivered if he ever tries to flee. Stripped of identity, he becomes just another cog in the relentless machinery of the motherland. Joyce reviews a recorded call and notices a woman shouting in the background.
But you give me money.
She plays it over Jonathan's speaker so Murray can examine it, and he recognizes Russian slang, angrily labeling Enzo a cop.
Stand it, it's too low.
They piece together that Enzo is likely a prison guard.
But you give me money.
Cops.
While they process the revelation, Joyce steps out to withdraw funds from Hopper's trust, determined to take action.
American.
We are getting Hopper back. What the hell? Get out!
As Mike searches for 11, he scolds Wolf for keeping secrets. Wolf fires back, frustrated at being sidelined and ignored, reminding Mike of their former closeness. Mike deflects, but tension rises between the two friends.
But why is this on me? Just find her.
Hiding in a staff closet, 11 hears Angela laughing at her. When she confronts her, Angela mocks Hopper.
Angela!
Oh, did we embarrass you in front of...
11 demands an apology and for Angela to say sorry to Mike, but Angela only laughs and walks away, leaving 11 frustrated. Furious, 11 swings a skate, grazing Angela's face and drawing the rink's attention. Angela cries out, shocking Mike, who asks what happened, triggering a haunting flashback of Martin Brenner and the lost test subjects, buried in memory's shadows. Arriving at Rick's remote lakeside cabin, the group finds the main house locked and seemingly empty.
Eddie!
Great.
It's Dustin! Eddie!
While searching the property, Max notices a faint light flickering in the boathouse.
Hey, guys!
Cautiously, they approach and find Eddie Munson inside, frantic and paranoid.
Hello?
Mistaking them for a threat, he lunges at Steve, pinning him down in desperation.
I don't find it funny in
Eddie! Stop!
Dustin quickly intervenes, urging Eddie to trust them and promising they're there to help.
We're on your side.
Hesitant but reassured, Eddie lets Steve go, yet his fear lingers. He doubts anyone would believe his story, keeping his thoughts tightly guarded.
You won't believe me.
After speaking with Wayne, Nancy can't find Fred or anyone who's seen him. She alerts a nearby officer who notifies others.
What do you mean you can't find? Told you kids to go home. Jesus Christ.
Meanwhile, Fred emerges onto the road where his accident occurred, confronted by a haunting vision of the blazing wreckage. Eddie finally begins to recount the horrifying events surrounding Chrissy, describing her death in haunting detail. Dustin steps in, explaining the existence of another world beyond Hawkins, a dark realm that can bleed into their own. Meanwhile, Fred is confronted by a terrifying vision, the victim crawling toward him, silently pleading for help. Startled, he stumbles backward into a grave where the corpse lies, eerily covered in black widow spiders. As Eddie continues, the figure responsible for Chrissy's fate approaches Fred, beckoning him to join.
I want you.
He begins to levitate in the real world, mirroring the danger described. Dustin identifies Chrissy's condition as Vecna's curse, and when the figure touches Fred, he experiences the same horrifying effects. In the Upside Down, Vecna awakens, suspended by writhing tendrils. He descends into a vast, ominous house as bat-like creatures swirl outside, heralding the encroaching darkness looming over Hawkins. In Ruth, Nevada, a helicopter descends outside Dr. Sam Owens' quiet home, breaking years of isolation after he lost his position in the chaos of 1985.
No, Bruce.
Lieutenant Colonel Jack Sullivan arrives with unsettling photographs of Chrissy Cunningham and outlines the bizarre circumstances surrounding her death.
Something is going on, but...
So what is the answer, Doctor?
Sullivan is convinced 11 is still alive, despite Owens' insistence otherwise, claiming she has gone rogue and is using her abilities from afar to cause harm in Hawkins. He presses Owens for her location, but Owens refuses to cooperate. Frustrated and suspicious, Sullivan leaves, ordering his men to monitor and follow anyone linked to Owens, convinced they will eventually lead him to 11.
He'll lead us right to the girl.
At Rinkomania in Lenora Hills, Angela receives medical attention for her injured nose as onlookers gather, whispering and watching the tense aftermath unfold.
I know this may be like...
Jonathan and Argyle, visibly spaced out, drive the others back home, 11 filled with hazy silence, nervous glances, and an uneasy sense of what comes next. When they arrive home, Murray unexpectedly greets them, cooking dinner.
See a client out in Ventura. I'm looking for a motel.
As they eat together, Joyce announces she's leaving for Alaska tomorrow.
Business trip? What business trip?
Calmly claiming it's for her encyclopedia job, hiding the truth behind a practiced smile.
Who is this?
As Murray quizzes them about Argyle, Jonathan struggles to keep up, clearly unfocused. Tension spikes when the conversation turns to the roller rink incident. Still upset about being misled, Mike makes a sharp remark about 11 confronting Angela, prompting her to storm off to her room. Alone, she replays the night's events, memories flooding back to her childhood under Brenner's control. The scene then sweeps into the shadowed world beneath Hawkins, drifting toward a looming mansion. There, Vecna stands connected to pulsing vine-like tendrils, quietly preparing his next move as an ominous presence fills the space. The next morning, Lucas wakes to teammates planning to hunt Eddie for answers about Chrissy.
Well, look who's decided to join.
Caught between loyalty and conscience, he joins them, uneasy, knowing deep down Eddie isn't guilty.
You'll still be one of us, all right?
I'm good.
At the boathouse where Eddie hides, Dustin and the others arrive with food and supplies, but the news is grim.
Also, they're pretty convinced.
Police are convinced Eddie is responsible for Chrissy's death. The relief is that his name isn't public yet, so no manhunt exists. To clear him, Dustin proposes stopping Vecna himself. As they talk, sirens scream past the boathouse, racing toward another tragedy. Fred has been found unresponsive in the street. Nancy is questioned as the last to see him, growing increasingly shaken when Steve and the others suddenly arrive at the scene, the tension tightening around her.
By the picnic table. That correct table ring a bell?
At the buyer's house, breakfast sits untouched as Will, Jonathan, and Mike linger in the kitchen, a plate of Eggo waffles growing cold between them. Finally, Mike carries it down the hall to 11's room, where she quietly reworks her school project. He asks why she lied.
Are we just not gonna talk about it?
I am different.
11 admits it's because she's different. No matter where she goes, she tries to blend in, yet always feels out of place.
No, that's not.
Mike offers reassurance, but the moment turns painful when 11 points out his reaction at the rink, saying it made her feel feared instead of understood.
From Mike.
She adds that he no longer says he loves her the way he used to. The words spill out, revealing deep insecurity, and leave 11 questioning who she is and where she belongs.
Hi, is Jane Hopper live here?
Downstairs, Jonathan opens the door to police holding a warrant for 11's arrest over the rink incident. She is cuffed and placed in a cruiser as Mike runs alongside it, shouting promises that he'll make things right.
Stay calm, and everything's gonna be...
As Joyce and Murray fly toward Alaska, doubt gnaws at her about hiding the true reason for their trip.
I'm not exactly an expert in parenting.
Murray insists secrecy is necessary, arguing that keeping the kids uninformed prevents them from rushing into danger again, as they always seem to do, despite her lingering worry and quiet fear. At the Russian prison, Hopper and Enzo exchange sharp insults until Enzo drags Hopper away from prying eyes. A Russian guard updates him on Joyce's call, and Enzo explains that Joyce and Bauman are heading to Alaska, meeting Yuri Ismailov, a notorious smuggler. Enzo warns Hopper he must escape in time to catch their flight the next day. Skeptical of Enzo's criminal connections but out of options, Hopper reluctantly agrees. To maintain appearances, Enzo delivers a sharp punch to Hopper's face.
Where do you want it?
Nancy and her friends gather, determined to piece together the mystery.
It's only a theory.
No.
You were both at the game.
And near the trailer park.
They notice troubling similarities between Fred and Chrissy's actions before their deaths, suggesting a deeper connection. They consider speaking with the school counselor, Ms. Kelly, who Chrissy might have confided in about her visions. Despite this, Nancy wants to pursue a lead that feels uncertain but promising. Robin volunteers to accompany her, offering support and backup.
No chance.
Come on.
No.
All right, you think we need you to protect us?
Meanwhile, Steve ends up stuck with the younger members of the group, realizing he's the only one legally able to drive. Inside Eddie's trailer, a fissure cracks the ceiling. In the Upside Down, Vecna enters a mental plane, sensing Hawkins' hidden darkness, ultimately fixating on Patrick after overhearing his father's harsh words.
Nose is bleeding, dude.
Patrick nosebleeds in the car but ignored it. The team reaches the house where the band Corroded Coffin is practicing. The band questions Lucas about his presence, but he claims insider knowledge through his sister. Tension rises as Jason aggressively interrogates a band member, who reveals Dustin might know Eddie's whereabouts, leaving Lucas uneasy and conflicted. At the Lenora Hills police station, Eleven faces questioning about the incident but refuses to explain why she hit Angela, haunted by flashbacks of the lab.
To the right.
Will, Jonathan, and Mike try to see her.
What?
But without legal guardianship, they're denied access. Desperate to help, they scramble for a plan, but before they can act, Eleven is escorted away in a prison transport van. Watching helplessly, the van disappears from view. Meanwhile, on the flight to Russia, Joyce quietly enjoys her meal, unaware of Hopper's struggle. In the prison, inmates are served and Hopper seizes an opportunity. He approaches a burly prisoner, trading his food for help breaking his chains during the next work period. The inmate hesitates but eventually agrees. The prisoner swings the sledgehammer, striking the chains with precision, shattering his foot instead. Nancy and Robin head to the public library to dig into records on Victor Creel, the murderer Wayne Munson mentioned to Nancy the previous day.
Doesn't make sense. I know.
It's one of their first real interactions, and Nancy's skepticism toward Robin is evident.
Could we get the keys to the basement archive?
They secure the key to the archives and begin searching through dusty files, piecing together clues.
Max, hi.
Hi.
Meanwhile, at Miss Kelly's house, Max visits the school counselor under the guise of a casual chat, while Dustin and Steve wait in the car.
Are you implying that I still have a thing for Nance?
No. Dustin teases Steve about lingering feelings for Nancy, sparking playful tension.
He's right.
No, I'm not. Not cool. Sorry.
Cool. It's okay.
I'm sorry?
Max's therapy session yields little useful information about Chrissy,
You might have done this.
but she discovers Miss Kelly's office keys. Slipping away undetected,
Can I use the bathroom?
Max rejoins Dustin and Steve, and the trio heads back to the school.
What'd she say?
Nothing, just drive.
While Jason, Patrick, and Andy scout Dustin's house, Lucas sneaks through his bedroom window and radios Dustin about Eddie's innocence.
Just listen.
Lucas, you're so behind, it's ridiculous.
He explains he must stay with his teammates for what's coming.
What the hell were you doing?
When discovered, Lucas quickly lies, claiming he knows Eddie's hiding place to mislead the jocks. During Eleven's transport, black sedans block the van, demanding she step out. She attempts to flee but is swiftly restrained. Dr. Sam Owens exits one of the cars, smiling with relief as he finally sees her.
Hey, kiddo.
Joyce and Murray land after a long flight, greeted by the sharp chill and biting winds of an Alaskan spring.
This is spring?
Across the ocean, Hopper's risky plan unfolds exactly as he predicted. Though tightly monitored and restrained by the guards, his chains holding firm, he navigates the aftermath, every step measured, until finally returning to the confines of his cell. Attempting to remove his ankle shackles from his injured foot only intensifies the pain, leaving the former police chief grimacing. At the library, Nancy and Robin spend the entire day buried in tabloid clippings and conspiracy records. Nancy grows increasingly frustrated with Robin, especially when she casually comments on Nancy and Steve's so-called non-relationship.
Totally not a thing. That Steve and I are just friends.
Despite the tension, their research uncovers a chilling connection. Victor Creel claimed a demon tormented his family, eerily mirroring the experiences of Chrissy and Fred. The parallels between past and present deepen the mystery, hinting at a malevolent force haunting Hawkins across generations.
I mean, it sounds pretty insane. It just didn't go public. Dustin, do you copy?
Yeah, I got totally bonkers, but I can't really talk right now.
While investigating, Max and the boys sneak into the school counselor's office, discovering that Fred, like the other victims, had been confiding in Miss Kelly as well.
Fred was seeing Miss Kelly too.
Lucas deliberately misleads his teammates, who gear up and head to the designated spot, while he seizes the opportunity to slip away unnoticed. At a quiet roadside diner, Dr. Owens reassures Eleven that he will handle the roller rink incident, then reveals why he tracked her down. He speaks bluntly, Hawkins is in grave danger and a war is coming.
Hawkins is in danger.
Meanwhile, Lucas leads his teammates to what they think is a hideout, but it's actually Eleven and Hopper's cabin in the woods. Once he separates from the jocks, Lucas seizes the chance to escape, likely to reunite with his friends. Eleven reminds Dr. Owens that her powers are gone.
I don't have my powers.
But he explains there's a way to restore them, even stronger than before if he comes with her. He warns her that a faction of the government considers her a threat, yet he believes she could save everyone. He leaves the choice to her,
My friends.
but stresses that her friends and Hawkins are in imminent danger, and she may be the only one capable of protecting them. Meanwhile, Max uncovers that Miss Kelly had been seeing both Fred and Chrissy, who suffered from headaches, nosebleeds, and nightmares, symptoms eerily matching her own. As she processes this, Vecna's voice calls to her.
You're one of the good ones.
Elsewhere, Eleven agrees to go with Dr. Owens, prompting agents to visit the buyer's home to report her disappearance. Drawn by a strange compulsion, Max walks into the hallway and sees a grandfather clock embedded in the wall. Vecna calls her name again, and in the upside down, his eyes open.
I'm sorry, I guess I'm having trouble understanding what we're trying to ascertain.
In Lenora Hills, Dr. Owens' agents update Mike, Will, and Jonathan on the Hawkins lives lost, revealing Eleven is secretly training to restore her powers while warning them that the government is actively hunting her.
11 trusted us.
Later, Mike reads her letter, learning she's left to embrace her heroic mission. At Hawkins High, Nancy and Robin join Max, Dustin, and Steve as Max reveals she's been haunted by the same grandfather clock linked to Vecna. In Miss Kelly's office, she explains that both Chrissy and Fred were therapy patients, suffering nosebleeds, headaches, and terrifying visions before perishing exactly 1 week later. Realizing the pattern, Max fears she's Vecna's next target and may perish within a day.
I don't know how long I have, 24 hours after their first vision.
A sudden noise alerts Steve, but it's frantic Lucas, warning Dustin that Jason and his friends are after him.
What's wrong with you, Sinclair? I'm sorry. We've got a cold red. What?
Dustin shrugs it off, while Lucas realizes Max is in immediate danger. Jason and his group show up at Lucas' place.
Is Lucas home?
Questioning Erica about him and Dustin. She snaps back with sharp insults and slams the door, forcing the jocks to continue their search elsewhere.
With the DP Nintendo.
We've been tricked, boys.
Steve, Dustin, and Lucas huddle together, trying to unravel how Victor Creel survived Vecna's curse in the 1950s and why the villain remained dormant for 30 years.
Oh, and how's he getting through now? In return, 30 years later.
Meanwhile, Max secludes herself, scribbling something secretive.
Any idea what she's writing?
What do you?
Nancy and Robin arrive with exciting news. Through Nancy's journalistic contacts and some forged transcripts, they've secured a meeting with the asylum chair where Victor Creel resides. Steve, once again, is left overseeing the younger trio, feeling out of place in the academic scholar setup Nancy is orchestrating. Though Robin hardly fits the part either. Nancy carefully selects a formal outfit for Robin, who reluctantly accepts, clearly uncomfortable but understanding the stakes. In Alaska, Joyce Byers tries to check on her kids at a local hotel, but Murray Bauman insists they stay on schedule to meet Yuria Smailov. Meanwhile, in Kamchatka, Dmitri orders Hopper to hide in a nearby church after his escape. He casually refers to Joyce as Hopper's woman, though he warns Hopper that his chances of escaping are slim. To avoid raising suspicion among the guards, Dimitri finishes the conversation by striking Hopper,
Where do you want it?
forcing him to play along while hiding his true intentions. In Lenora Hills, Jonathan grows frustrated watching the agents lounge instead of protecting them.
You're here to protect us.
Grabbing a soda, he glances at a photo of himself and Nancy, then notices a Surfer Boy pizza coupon, and an idea sparks. Upstairs, Will vents about the agent's ineffective plan without 11. He comforts a discouraged Mike, who regrets not confessing his feelings before their fight and 11's arrest.
I don't know, this one just, there's a fight that you can't come back from.
Will reminds him that their friendship once saved them and now it's up to them to protect Hawkins. Jonathan reveals his plan, to sneak out and drive, avoiding calls that could endanger 11, using Argyle as their ride.
What? We're hungry.
They trick the agents, claiming hunger and handing over the coupon, leaving a bewildered Harmon on the phone with an overly enthusiastic Argyle.
Well, I say try before you deny.
Unaware of the escape in motion.
I know you guys are staring at me.
What? Sorry?
Max has been writing letters to all her friends and loved ones,
You can look at me now.
a precaution in case things go terribly wrong.
Well, that's not for now. Don't open it now.
Don't. Okay.
Something she has sadly come to expect.
Wait. Whoa, Max.
Though they're meant to stay put, Max convinces a reluctant Steve to drive her home so she can deliver similar letters to her mother.
No. No.
As Steve hesitates but finally agrees, Max climbs into the car, and the eerie chimes of a grandfather clock echo in her ears, sending a shiver down her spine and foreshadowing the dangers that lie ahead. Meanwhile, at Penhest, Nancy and Robin arrive dressed formally, though Robin complains endlessly about her itchy dress and uncomfortable shoes.
3.9 GPAs.
Inside his office, Hatch coldly reviews their transcripts, still annoyed about their prior denial to access Victor Creel. Sensing the meeting going poorly, Robin steps in, using her improvisation skills to craft a heartfelt story about Nancy being inspired by Hatch after learning about the Creel family massacre at summer camp.
And coming here, the story of the Victor Creel massacre. Sobbing right there on the spot.
Flattered by the story and praise, Hatch softens, ultimately granting them permission to visit Victor and continue their investigation.
I'm back in 30.
Joyce and Murray arrive at Yuri's Fish and Fly, where Murray nervously assures Joyce he's a black belt if things go wrong.
Hello?
They're met by Yuri, an eccentric, loud, money-hungry man whose manic energy dominates the room. Insisting on counting the $40,000 themselves, he handles the cash with obvious greed and suspicion. As he tallies the money slowly, Yuri casually offers coffee, blending awkward hospitality with palpable tension, leaving Joyce and Murray on edge as they wait to see if their risky plan will succeed.
Have some coffee, still hot.
In Kamchatka, Hopper forces a sledgehammer handle to snap. Spotting an opening, he asks a guard for a replacement and follows him into a weapons shed, overpowering him with a broken handle. Freed from his chains, Hopper confronts another guard, engaging in a tense fight. A stray gunshot alerts nearby guards. Thinking quickly, Hopper blocks the exit, rigs the shack with explosives, and escapes through the roof. He commandeers a snowmobile, speeding into snowy woods, impressing the other prisoners and Dimitri with audacity.
20 seconds.
In Hawkins, Max returns to Forest Hills Trailer Park, placing letters for her grandmother, uncle, father, and mother inside her home. Spotting her mother hanging laundry, Max urges her to deliver the letters,
I left some letters inside.
nervously explaining they're a safeguard if something happens to her. They hug, but Susan's words twist chillingly.
Max, so sweetie.
Nothing you don't deserve.
Dark clouds swirl as Susan transforms into Vecna, warning Max her letters can't undo the damage and her time is nearly up. Horrified, Max breaks free, snapping back. Her mother was never there. Shaken, she rushes to Steve's car, urgently insisting they leave immediately, the danger now painfully real. At Penhest, Robin and Nancy are escorted through the grounds by Hatch, who casually notes the absence of fencing, claiming the residents are content and have no wish to leave. He proudly shows them the music hall, explaining that music reaches places language cannot, though he insists patients like Victor Creel are beyond saving.
As she said, alone?
Near Victor's wing, Robin and Nancy nervously request a private conversation. After brief hesitation, Hatch agrees, excusing himself while a guard warns them not to touch Victor or offer him anything.
Startle him.
Stand. Victor!
In the shadowed wing, they address Victor's turned back, warning the evil has returned. He slowly faces them, revealing scarred eyes that chill them instantly.
We think it's back.
In Lenora Hills, Argyle zooms through the neighborhood to deliver pizzas at the buyers. As Will finishes packing quietly, Mike apologizes and vows they'll find 11 together.
I mean, you know, Max and Lucas and Dustin.
Jonathan arrives and Will secretly slips his painting into his bag before they sneak out. Expecting a delivery, Wallace opens the door and is suddenly struck by the government agents. Chaos erupts, forcing the boys to dive for cover while Harmon urges them to run before going down himself.
Get down!
Argyle pulls up mid-panic, stunned by the scene.
Get real blood, man? Drive!
The boys shout for Argyle to drive as they speed away from the turmoil. Meanwhile, Joyce and Murray watch nervously, uncertainty gnawing at them as Yuri slowly finishes counting the money.
I don't like him.
In Kamchatka's frozen wilderness, Hopper reaches Yuri's hideout, an abandoned church quietly stocked with supplies, food, and weapons meant for desperate situations. Inside, the silence feels unreal after months of survival. His strength finally ebbs, exhaustion washing over him. He opens a jar of Jif peanut butter, savoring the taste like a memory of home, and emotion breaks through his hardened exterior. Tears come freely as he eats, the simple comfort overwhelming him. Back in Alaska, Yuri finishes counting Joyce and Murray's money and places a call to Dmitri. It sounds routine, but it's a calculated betrayal. Yuri plans to trade them to the Russians for a reward. Everything collapses at once. Guards swarm the church and overwhelm Hopper. Dmitri is seized mid-call, and Joyce and Murray realize too late their coffee was drugged. The double cross leaves Hopper stranded and his allies helpless, danger closing in fast.
Very soon.
Max has Steve drive her to the town cemetery, where Lucas finally catches up and gently pushes her to explain what really happened with her mother, sensing Vecna's influence. Even as Lucas pleads and refuses her letter, Max stays calm, shuts him down, and asks him to wait in the car with Steve and Dustin, determined to face this alone.
We're right here!
At Penhest, Victor Creel slowly opens up to Nancy and Robin after hearing their own frightening encounters, sensing they finally understand.
I need to know how you survived that night.
Very much in hell.
He recalls 1959, when his wife Virginia inherited money and bought a grand Hawkins home the family adored.
Like a fairy tale.
Only young Henry felt something was wrong.
It looked like it was from a fairy tale. But Henry and
Soon, dead animals appeared and the house seemed cursed. Nightmares followed, filled with warped visions and swarms of black widow spiders, tightening a sense of dread around the family.
Demon. Nightmare.
The nightmares intensified, tormenting his wife and children, until they reached him as well. Slowly, the curse began to manifest around their home, twisting every corner into a dark, menacing reflection of their fears. Until one horrific night, the force Victor believed haunted his family, the demon Creel, finally struck. At the dinner table, Virginia was unalived in a sudden, devastating attack.
To save them!
As Victor tried to flee with his children, his mind trapped him in a wartime vision from World War II.
It was a memory. It is shelling.
Forcing him to relive a long-buried tragedy.
It was taunting me.
A mysterious angelic presence through music freed him, yet Victor woke to ruin. His daughter Alice was gone, Henry lay unresponsive, fading days later. Crushed by guilt, Victor attempted to take his life until Dr. Hatch intervened. He ends in silence, humming softly. Nancy presses about the angel. Then Hatch bursts in, exposing their false papers.
In my office!
At Billy Hargrove's grave, Max reads a letter she never meant anyone else to hear. Her voice trembles as she admits how lost she's felt since his death, how Neil abandoned her and Susan, unable to stay in Hawkins without his son. Max speaks of the constant noise in her head, the guilt of being there when Billy died, and the ache of never telling him how he saved her. And 11.
I can't tell them that you saved Elle's life. I play that moment back in my head.
She imagines a future where things might have been different.
Everything would be right again.
Apologizing through tears and confessing that a part of her never truly recovered. She ends with a quiet hope that somehow Billy can still hear her.
Day 2, and I haven't told anyone this. I'm sorry.
the world suddenly shifts. Max is dragged into Vecna's twisted mindscape, where Billy appears, familiar yet wrong, accusing her of hidden anger and dark wishes she's afraid to face. The illusion melts away, revealing Vecna, who begins hunting her through a warped version of the cemetery as the ground and sky bend unnaturally.
Steve, just give her some time.
Max!
Max.
Wake up!
In the real world, Max sits frozen. Lucas and Steve panic, desperately trying to reach her, while Dustin frantically calls Nancy and Robin,
Go get us, go! Find it! This is the code red! Do you copy?
praying that Victor Creel's story holds the key to pulling Max back before it's too late. As they're hurried toward the exit, Robin suddenly remembers Victor's words about music, about Ella Fitzgerald, the voice he called angelic. It clicks. Just as Hatch claimed, music can reach places words never can.
Cinderella!
They kick off their heels and sprint for the car. Once inside, they grab the walkie-talkie and urgently relay their discovery, hoping they're not too late.
Please tell me you guys have this figured out!
Elsewhere, Max screams for Lucas and Dustin, her voice swallowed by a terrifying mindscape. She finds herself trapped in Vecna's domain, a warped world perched atop the ruins of a shattered house. A towering grandfather clock drifts through the air, its presence suffocating. Dark shapes cling to the ground, and twisted reminders of Chrissy and Fred loom around her like monuments of fear. Vecna emerges from the shadows, binding Max in place with grasping tendrils. Calm and merciless, he leans close and asks if she's ready to join him as the clock's echo fills the void.
Join them.
In reality, Lucas and Dustin act fast, realizing, guided by Robin and Nancy's insight, that music may save Max. They slip on her Walkman and play her favorite song.
You hide from them with me.
A doorway opens in her mind, revealing the cemetery and her friends. As Max levitates, Vecna lunges, but memories of Lucas and Eleven give her strength to break free and fight back. Vecna pelts debris as Max sprints for the portal. She bursts through, collapsing back into reality. Lucas pulls her close, Steve and Dustin joining fast. After evading Jack Sullivan's men, Mike, Will, and Jonathan try desperately to save Harmon. With fading strength, he urges them to warn Sam Owens, whispering that Eleven is in danger and repeating Nina before going still. Moments later, Will spots a car tailing them and yells for Argyle to veer off the main road. Jack Sullivan storms the buyer's house, discovers Eleven's note to Mike, and pressures the injured Wallace to reveal where she's hiding.
And if you want to live,
apologies for the bumpy ride, kid.
Speaking of her, 12 hours earlier in Nevada, Dr. Owens escorts Eleven to a hidden underground facility tucked away in a deserted area with a single, discreet entry.
Okay, here we go.
Moving through its elevators and expansive corridors, Eleven begins to comprehend the incredible scale of the operation and the countless people who have dedicated their lives to guiding and protecting her, all to ensure she can safeguard the world. He guides Eleven into the main chamber, dominated by a colossal machine called Nina. Intrigued and cautiously trusting, she senses it may hold answers and a way to restore her powers.
If we told you...
Hello, Eleven.
Eleven's fragile calm shatters as Martin Brenner appears, scarred and menacing, instantly triggering traumatic memories. Panicked, she tries to flee but is intercepted and sedated. Alone, Brenner uses his manipulative charm, attempting to coax her into cooperating with his plans.
I'm sorry, Eleven. You're home now.
In Kamchatka, Hopper endures relentless torment for his failed escape.
What I tell you, American.
Dragged through a stained arena, he's thrown into a cell with Dimitri and other prisoners.
you said we could trust them. I have lost everything, everything!
Exhausted and bruised, he gathers his strength and quietly asks about Joyce, his thoughts consumed by her safety. In reality, Yuri secretly plots against Joyce and Murray, ready to deliver them to the KGB who are hunting Joyce. His hidden motives put the buyer's matriarch in serious peril, as he schemes to benefit from their capture.
I'm a traveling man.
A restless Eddie Munson calls Dustin Henderson's supercom to only for Nancy Wheeler to answer instead. She barely acknowledges Eddie, her focus snapping elsewhere when she realizes Max Mayfield is missing from the basement.
You on Max watch?
Yep.
Alarmed, Nancy and Dustin rush upstairs and find Max seated calmly at the kitchen table, eating breakfast. Music drifts through her headphones, running up that hill, while her pencil moves steadily across a page. She's sketching fragments of what she witnessed inside Vecna's lair. Confused, Max wonders how she was able to enter his mind at all. Dustin, thinking aloud, suggests that hiding from Vecna for so long may have given her an unusual connection, a way inside his thoughts.
What if you somehow unlock...
He speculates that the drawings might hold clues to stopping him. As Nancy studies the sketch more closely, a chilling recognition settles in. Max isn't just doodling, she's drawing the Creel house.
Not just any house. It's Victor Creel's house.
Sorry, fuel for the road.
11 jolts awake inside Hawkins National Laboratory, panic flooding her as she touches her shaved head, a stark reminder of memories she tried to bury. Confused and unsteady, she wanders the sterile, familiar corridors, each echoing footstep tightening her chest. The lights hum, the walls close in, and the past presses forward, making it hard to tell whether she's awake, dreaming, or trapped inside something far worse now. Until the Rainbow Room comes into view. She's astonished to see children inside, and a younger self stares back in the mirror. An eerie orderly appears, gently warning her not to be late.
Who finally decided to join us?
Am I in Hawkins?
Fear surges, and she bolts through a nearby door, only to return to the Rainbow Room and the same man.
Who finally decided to join us?
The truth emerges. She's inside Nina, a sensory deprivation system. Owens fears the strain. Brenner is certain she'll endure against impossible odds alone.
It's so messed up! Okay. Down to Mission Planet thing?
No!
In California, the group quietly lays Harmon to rest in a lonely junkyard. Argyle is clearly shaken by the task, his nerves fraying, until Jonathan gently waves him off and tells him to take a break and calm down. As the moment settles, Mike opens up to Will, admitting he regrets how he handled his argument with 11. Will listens carefully, sharing how hard it can be to speak honestly when you're afraid of being rejected.
Say how you really feel.
I'm making him a headstone.
Nearby, Argyle returns and tries to mark the grave using what he believes is Harmon's pen. Mike notices something strange and opens it, discovering it's actually a container.
Hey man, I'm using that.
Inside is a hidden phone number, revealing that unanswered questions still linger. As Russian guards quietly scrub the arena clean, Dmitri leans toward Hopper, urging him to help bribe a guard. Hopper doesn't respond. His eyes are distant, locked somewhere far away.
So that is it. You give up then?
His thoughts drift back to Vietnam, to long days spent handling vats of Agent Orange, unaware of the damage it would leave behind. He remembers the children it touched, especially Sarah, and the cruel truth that no amount of love or protection could save her. That grief resurfaces after reuniting with 11 and Joyce, when Hopper realizes that by asking Joyce to save him, he may have drawn her into danger as well.
What you said last night, I knew the risks.
The pattern becomes impossible to ignore.
Everyone I love, I hurt.
His suffering was never random. He isn't unlucky and he isn't cursed, he is the curse. The weight of that realization settles heavily on him. Then, from behind the arena gate, a deep inhuman growl rolls through the air. The sound is unmistakable, immediate, and terrifying, sealing the sense that far worse is still coming.
We need to take a look around.
Owen's team sweeps Wayne Munson's trailer, detecting a powerful energy surge from a ceiling fissure. Alarmed, they quickly clear the area and order Wayne to leave immediately.
Growing.
At Chrissy Cunningham's funeral, Patrick McKinney freezes as he glimpses a grandfather clock that no one else seems to notice.
I see no reason.
Elsewhere, Jason Carver flips through the school yearbook, pulling photos of the Hellfire Club and pinpointing Lucas Sinclair among them. Convinced they're hiding Eddie, Jason compiles a list of places the group frequents. A teammate adds one more location, Rick Lipton's house, where fishermen reportedly saw someone inside, even though Rick is believed to be locked up. After sharing her discovery, Nancy guides Robin, Lucas, Max, Dustin, and Steve to the long-abandoned Creel house, certain it hides answers to the strange deaths and Max's unsettling visions. The structure rises in eerie silence, its windows dark and watchful. As they step inside, the air feels heavy as if the house itself is holding its breath, waiting for them to uncover what was left behind.
Do you need to be told everything?
Back pocket.
Almost immediately, Max spots the grandfather clock from her vision, its presence sending a chill through the group.
Just a clock.
This wizard obsessed with clocks.
Steve wonders Vecna's obsession on ominous ticking clocks. They split into pairs, searching dusty rooms frozen in time. Unease thickens as unseen lights begin to flicker, throwing brief eerie shadows that make the house feel disturbingly alive.
Can't hear.
What? Joyce and Murray Bauman sit bound inside Yuri's plane, the engines roar masking every sound they make. Realizing Yuri can't hear them, they quietly work at their restraints, exchanging urgent glances, driven by desperation and the slim chance that this brief advantage might be their only opportunity to escape before it's too late. 11 tries again and again to escape, but every frantic run ends the same way. The Rainbow Room, the same calm, unsettling orderly waiting for her. Over the intercom, Brenner's voice seeps in, guiding and controlling. He explains that Nina is named after an opera about a woman who loses her lover and survives by burying the memory of that loss. The meaning clicks into place. 11 realizes she isn't trapped by a machine alone. She's trapped inside her own hidden memory.
Let me out.
She begs Brenner to let her go, but he refuses, insisting she must find her way out by facing it herself. When the orderly approaches once more, 11 stops running. Instead, she lets the memory take hold. The past unfolds around her as she relives her life under Brenner's watch. The other children appear in the Rainbow Room, following him away.
Good, Papa.
Please, follow me.
In the outside world, Dr. Owens urgently warns that Lieutenant Colonel Sullivan is closing in.
We don't have much time.
As 11 drifts through memories while suspended inside Nina. In California, the group dials the number hidden inside Harmon's pen and is greeted by a screeching dial-up tone. Mike immediately recognizes it as a computer line, not a person. Realizing what it means, they turn to Susie Bingham, hoping her skills can trace the signal and reveal exactly where the call leads.
Susie saved the world last year.
Elsewhere, Jason, Patrick, and Andy scour Rick's house, driving Eddie into hiding inside the boathouse. Panicked, he frantically calls Dustin for help.
Hey, Dustin, you there?
I think I might be in a bit of trouble.
Only to see the radio line just out of reach, useless when he needs it most, desperately now. As the group divides to explore the unsettling Creel house, Steve lifts a loose floorboard and recoils at a nest of dried, mummified black widows. When a live spider suddenly scuttles out, he startles, breaking the tension and drawing a soft, reassuring response from Nancy as they steady themselves together.
Spill out.
What's wrong with you, sir? Or don't observe.
Nearby, Lucas walks with Max, trying to bridge the distance between them. Their search slows into something more personal, the two sharing a quiet, emotional moment amid the creaking halls and heavy silence.
You're alive.
Work your magic, Kate. You're seeing that, right?
Max notices the lights flickering in a strange rhythm. Sensing a signal, she and Lucas follow the blinking trail deeper into the house, moving closer to something unseen. Within the recreated memory, a younger 11 watches as Brenner tests 2's abilities. With effortless focus, 2 activates a device that glows in response to psychic energy, earning Brenner's approval. Then 11 is summoned. She steps forward, concentrating with everything she has, but the machine remains dark. No matter how hard she tries, nothing happens, leaving her frozen in place as doubt and fear creep in, and the weight of failure settles over her. Panic surges as she notices dark stains on her hands. The Rainbow Room empties, shifting to the lab hallway from that terrible day. In reality, her body falters inside Nina. Joyce works quickly to free Murray Bauman. She's nearly finished when Yuri catches her.
Where do you think you are going?
She struggles to keep him back just long enough for Murray to break free, surprising everyone by leaping into action with sharp practiced moves.
Fingers are like arrows. Resist.
The tight cabin erupts into chaos as Murray uses his much-boasted karate skills to overpower the smuggler. Amid the scuffle, Joyce snatches Yuri's pistol, forcing him to retreat. Murray finally drops Yuri, leaving him unconscious on the floor.
My arms!
Choo-choo!
A far bigger problem looms. Yuri is the only one who can fly the plane. With the plane out of control, Joyce and Murray rush the cockpit, but the aircraft plunges into the Alaskan wilderness. The Hawkins group regroups upstairs in the Creel house and uncovers a vital pattern. Whenever Vecna is close, the lights react.
Vecna's here.
Turning off their flashlights, they let the faulty wiring guide them.
Your flashlights spread out. I had him.
Oh. Pulses of light flare and fade, leading them room by room. Ignoring Dustin's nervous protests, they follow the growing signals up the creaking stairs toward the dark attic.
Seriously, shut up and keep looking!
Elsewhere, Jason spots a light flickering at the boathouse just as Eddie slips onto the water, hoping to escape unseen. Patrick hears the clock again, but Jason snaps him back to focus.
Hey, freak!
They catch Eddie struggling to start the boat, then dive in after him. With no other choice, Eddie abandons the motor and begins rowing hard into the darkness. Meanwhile, the Hawkins group locates Vecna standing motionless beneath a single bulb, the exact place in the Upside Down where he links to tendrils and hunts minds unseen. Just as they near Eddie, Patrick suddenly freezes, dragged beneath the surface by an unseen force, then hurled skyward. He breaks and shatters as he falls back into the water, leaving Jason and Eddie staring in stunned terror. Snapped awake after the seizure, terrified and disoriented, 11 bolts for the exit, intercepted, then releases a psychic surge. The moment shocks everyone, even her. Brenner praises her progress as the bay doors open, offering escape. 11 hesitates, craving full strength and control. When he calls her daughter, she turns back, takes his hand, ready to reclaim what she lost.
Papa.
Hawkins police descend on Lover's Lake as Jason Carver drags Patrick McKinney's body from the water. Officer Calvin Powell and Phil Callahan press him with hard questions.
Who lifted Patrick out the water?
Stressing how impossible it would be for Eddie Munson to have done this.
For Satan.
Jason refuses logic.
You don't believe me.
Convinced Eddie is a hidden vessel for dark forces, empowered by something evil. Far below the surface, a lone fish is suddenly seized and yanked into the depths, hinting the lake is anything but calm. Wallace is interrogated inside a hidden government site by Jack Sullivan's men. Sullivan demands 11's location, convinced she's tied to the Hawkins incidents and that Brenner is helping her.
Where's the girl?
Wallace maintains he doesn't know, repeating it as pressure mounts. Unwilling to accept denial, Sullivan orders him locked inside an overheated metal box, intending to force the truth from him.
Where is she?
Brenner calmly explains that 11 losing her powers isn't physical damage, but something closer to a stroke of memory, paths blocked by fear and repression rather than injury.
You just need to remember.
He tells 11 that what she's lost is still there, locked behind moments she's avoided facing. Trusting him, she admits her memories of the massacre are scattered and incomplete.
Because you do not want to.
Brenner urges caution, warning her to focus on one memory at a time or risk overwhelming herself.
One step at a time.
Soon after, she's lowered into Nina as screens flicker with buried memories. The machine hums and 11 drifts inward, ready to face the past she's avoided for years.
Here!
Eddie narrowly escapes Lover's Lake after Patrick's incident and steals a walkie to reach the others. At the same time, the group heads to Rick Lipton's cabin to warn Eddie about what they've learned about Vecna, only to find the area overrun with police responding to Patrick's fate. Calvin Powell publicly names Eddie as the primary suspect, announcing an open forum at Town Hall. The news spreads fast. Lucas's parents watch in growing alarm, as does the Wheeler family.
Eddie Munson.
Realizing the situation is spiraling beyond control, Steve and the others fear for Eddie's safety. Then the walkie crackles to life. Eddie calls in, shaken but determined, telling them to meet him in the woods before it's too late. Elsewhere, the California group arrives at Susie Bingham's house and is immediately swallowed by chaos, with her energetic, unsupervised siblings racing through every room.
Ow!
This is my kind of...
As they force their way inside, Argyle stops cold, instantly smitten by Eden, Susie's calm, rebellious older sister.
Who the hell are you?
Like the garden.
Wow.
While Jonathan, Mike, and will struggle through the noise and confusion, they search for Susie. They finally find her on the roof, quietly rewiring her father's satellite dish after grounding herself by sabotaging his computer. Joyce and Murray stagger from the wreckage, shaken and bruised into the frozen Russian wilderness. With nowhere else to turn, they demand answers from Yuri bound to a nearby tree.
We're out of here. Last chance.
Yuri meets them with smug defiance, insisting that nothing comes without payment. His bravado fades when Joyce calmly suggests leaving him behind to the cold, or worse, to wandering patrols.
We can just leave you here.
Who knew you could see your own?
Realizing his leverage is gone, Yuri begrudgingly gives in, pointing them toward a hidden safe house that may be their only hope of survival. Far away in Kamchatka, Hopper, Dmitry Antonov, and the remaining prisoners are marched into a stark banquet hall. A lavish feast awaits them, absurdly excessive for men who have been half-starved for months. Hunger takes over, and the prisoners rush the table, devouring everything in sight. Hopper doesn't move. He stays seated, untouched, his silence cutting through the room.
Yeah, something like that.
Uneasy glances follow until one inmate breaks the tension, explaining that he has seen this before. Another group was fed just as generously, only to be sent into the arena afterward and never return. The man urges unity, insisting they must stand together to survive whatever waits beyond the arena doors.
Чудовищем поборолись. Бежались, как дурачье.
Hopper interrupts, hollow-eyed and blunt.
It's about 9 feet tall.
He says that the feast isn't fuel for victory.
You're all wrong.
It's preparation. They aren't meant to fight. They're being fed, marked, and sent in to be hunted. The realization drains the room of warmth, leaving only dread behind.
This is your last meal.
Within her relived memories, Eleven walks beside the strange orderly, his voice calm yet disturbingly perceptive. He tells her she reminds him of Number One, a figure Brenner always claimed was a myth. The orderly quietly dismantles that lie, revealing that One was real, and that he worked closely with him for years.
I spent years with One.
He explains that One achieved immense psychic strength by confronting and embracing his deepest pain, not burying it. The implication is clear. 11 may need to do the same. Then he delivers another unsettling truth, admitting Brenner lied about her mother's fate, concealing it to keep control over her. The revelation leaves 11 shaken.
Mama is dead.
Before she can question him further, Brenner calls the children together for another test.
Good morning, children.
11 joins them, outwardly obedient, inwardly unsettled by truths she can't ignore. In the real world, Owens watches anxiously as Brenner defends his methods, regardless of 11's emotional cost. As the Hawkins crew pushes through the woods toward Eddie's hideout,
Telling you, you're taking us the wrong way.
tension rises when Dustin's compass spins wildly, pointing the wrong way and sparking another sharp exchange with Steve.
You okay?
The mood softens when Lucas opens up to Max, confessing his guilt over noticing signs of Patrick's suffering and staying silent. He admits he now sees a pattern in Vecna's targets and apologizes for not being there for her.
I wasn't there.
Max gently pushes back, saying the distance was her choice, and the two begin to heal.
Oh my God, they're so adorable. It would be the rekindling.
Nearby, Nancy confides in Robin about the strain of being apart from Jonathan.
Okay, Jonathan and I are fine.
And Robin offers quiet reassurance, cementing a new friendship.
And now I can't find out why because...
In the end, it isn't the compass that guides them, but Steve's instincts, leading the group straight to Eddie and a long-awaited reunion.
Bing, bada, boom. There she is, Henderson.
Doesn't make sense.
I concur. You.
At a packed town hall, fear erupts as Officer Powell struggles to quiet the anxious, angry crowd.
In the meantime...
Voices rise, tempers flare, and order begins to slip, until Jason Carver seizes the moment.
You won't!
Grief and fury over Chrissy's death drive him forward as he delivers a fiery, calculated speech.
Last night I saw things I...
Twisting the town's fear toward a single target, the Hellfire Club. Ignoring logic and brushing aside police attempts to intervene, Jason claims every unexplained death and lingering horror in Hawkins traces back to Eddie Munson and a supposed cult.
Protecting its leader, Eddie! Hiding him!
His words spread like wildfire, turning confusion into conviction. By the time Powell regains control, panic has hardened into mob mentality, and Jason has ignited a hysteria the authorities can no longer restrain.
You heard the kid? He'll be arrested with the doors locked.
I know, it's hard to believe.
But it's true.
Mike and the others rush to convince Susie to help trace the mysterious Nevada address.
That's a stupid name.
You're right, it is.
Knowing she needs a worthy reason, Mike spins a quick story about a secret video game console meant to surprise Dustin for his birthday.
It's for Dustin's birthday, actually, which is...
The idea delights Susie, and she eagerly agrees to help, only to reveal a problem. Her computer, the only machine that can decode the data, has been confiscated and locked in her strict father's office.
And his door is like... Cornelius!
As the power suddenly cuts out, the group exchanges looks, a risky plan already forming. After the meeting, Lucas, Dustin, and Mike's parents hurry to the Wheeler house and find it empty. Alarmed and confused, Karen Wheeler decides to call the police.
The police.
Try calling you guys, but
After Eddie fills them in, Nancy studies his shattered watch, connects Patrick's fate to the Creel house lights, and realizes Vecna must move from the attic before everything spirals wildly.
Jake, is he like a vamp? Is he a vampire?
While Steve jokes that Vecna might be a vampire, Dustin pieces together why his directions failed and Steve's instincts didn't.
Right now!
Yes.
His compass, warped by a powerful magnetic field, points to something else. A hidden gate, smaller but dangerous.
A gate that we don't know about is causing this disturbance, and the last time...
Eddie the Banished cast the deciding vote.
What say you, Eddie the Banished?
follow you into Mordor.
And with unease buzzing between them, the group sets off to track the unseen breach before it leads somewhere worse.
Are going to play a game.
Within her resurfacing memories, Eleven is pulled back into a tense psychic exercise. Each child must stay inside a chalk circle while using their mind to push an opponent out.
Yes, Papa!
Begin.
Number 2, smug and cruel, dominates the room, sending every challenger sprawling with effortless displays of power.
Number 6.
One by one, the others fall until only 11 remains, shaking and uncertain. Brenner's watchful presence weighs on her as the orderly's earlier advice echoes in her thoughts.
Good luck.
Begin.
11 closes her eyes and reaches for the moment her mother was torn from her life. She blasts 2 from his circle. Brenner steps forward, pleased, granting the praise 11 has always wanted, while the other children stare in stunned silence. Elsewhere, Yuri grudgingly leads Joyce and Murray across the frozen wilderness to his improvised warehouse, an abandoned church stuffed with stolen goods, once Hopper's hiding place.
Someone has been in my peanut butter.
Where are the weapons?
Inside, they scavenge clothes, tools, and anything useful. When preparations are complete, Joyce and Murray reveal their daring plan. Murray, armed with passable Russian and uncanny accents, will impersonate Yuri himself.
I'm friendly American.
Yes.
Using Yuri's plane, identity, and paperwork, they plan to enter the prison without raising alarms. Yuri panics, but they refuse to waver.
It's a silent roll.
After a lavish meal, the prisoners are herded toward the arena, where the Demogorgon waits. Sensing a chance, Hopper needles Dimitri, igniting a clash that spills into the guards.
I know that I'm gonna die today. You don't know that you're the reason why we're in, and your wife!
Hopper is quickly subdued, appearing to gain nothing, except time. The spectacle delays the creature's feeding, and the prisoners are hauled back to their cells. Dimitri mocks the stunt as foolish until Hopper calmly reveals what mattered. Amid the chaos, he lifted a guard's lighter. The plan is stark and daring. Fire is the creature's weakness, and Hopper means to use it to end the threat. Meanwhile, Susie whips her noisy household into motion, commanding her siblings to unleash a spectacular distraction downstairs so her stern father notices nothing. With chaos blooming, she slips the California crew into the forbidden office, boots up the computer, and feeds in the strange coordinates.
Hold your butts, I'll just trace the IP while you connected to the internet.
What's the internet?
Fingers flying, Susie tracks the signal to a lonely stretch of Nevada.
Your terror!
The printer spits out a map, which she presses into their hands, urging speed before the ruse collapses. They race back to the van, buzzing with hope, then freeze. Inside, Eden lounges serenely while Argyle grins, both utterly unfazed by the unexpected delay there. As Officer Powell and Callahan argue, a call reports the Hawkins kids' car near Eddie's hideout. Dustin's compass pulls them to Lover's Lake, sparking Nancy's realization. If monsters leave small gates where they strike, Vecna might too. Trusting that theory, the older teens grab the compass and head onto the lake by boat.
Trying to sink us?
Keep an eye out for trouble.
You keep an eye out.
Dustin is disappointed to be left behind.
Bedtime at 9, kiddo!
During her bonus hour in the Rainbow Room, earned through victory, 11 hears distant screams and stumbles upon Brenner punishing the orderly. Shaken, she retreats, only to find 2 and his allies waiting.
Wandering the halls.
They've shut off the cameras and corner her in the darkened room, furious over her win. Fear tightens her chest as they strike and warn her to stay silent.
How'd that feel?
2 leans close, cold and threatening, promising dire consequences if she ever speaks to Brenner about what she's seen. Staring into the mirror, 11 sees her younger self amid a ruined room. A buried memory surfaces, her powers unleashed, her scream echoing.
Easy.
Brenner's question haunts her, awakening outside Nina.
The ball.
Okay.
Dustin's compass spins wildly, confirming their suspicion.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're directly above the gate.
Whoa. Guys, what's going on?
Steve, the strongest swimmer, volunteers to search beneath the surface. As he sheds his shirt and slips into the lake, Robin catches Nancy watching him and flashes a knowing grin.
It's so hairy, right?
Steve dives deep, passing eerie fish skeletons before spotting a faint red glow ahead. Above, the younger teens keep watch, until police sirens force them into hiding. Below, Steve reaches the source and finds the gate sealed tight. When he touches it, something responds from the other side, pressing back. He resurfaces and confirms the discovery just as the younger teens create a distraction. A living tendril rises from the water, coils around Steve's leg and yanks him under. Nancy reacts instantly, diving after him. After a split second, Robin and Eddie follow. As police detain Dustin, Max, and Lucas, Steve tumbles into a hostile world, where winged creatures swarm him, overwhelming and pinning him as he struggles to fight them off. Stranded in the Upside Down, Steve is nearly overwhelmed when Nancy, Robin, and Eddie rush in, swinging oars as desperate weapons.
Please! Watch out!
Eddie fending off the rest while Steve fights back. Battered but burning with resolve. The moment barely lasts.
#1 greatest fear.
Screeching bats flood the sky, sealing off the Watergate portal behind them.
You were saying?
Come on!
With no way out, the 4 flee the shore and race into the warped forest, running on instinct, fear, and sheer determination. Sullivan ends Wallace's brutal ordeal.
Where's the girl?
Broken, Wallace finally reveals Eleven's location.
Wait!
Pleading desperately that she be spared, even as Sullivan listens with cold resolve silently. 11 reaches for a simple test, crushing an empty soda can, but her focus collapses.
I've compromised my principles.
Watching closely, Sam Owens turns on Brenner, accusing him of pushing her too far and questioning whether restoring her abilities is worth reopening old wounds. Brenner remains calm. He steps closer to 11, speaking gently yet firmly, urging her not to let guilt define her, reminding her that facing the past is the only way forward.
It's rarely so simple. I'm asking you to trust me again.
Gathering herself, 11 agrees to try again and prepares to enter Nina, the isolation tank that unlocks her memories. Before she submerges, Brenner cues up forgotten security footage from 1979. The images blaze across the screens, pulling her back into the darkest moment of her life, one she must finally confront.
How much time did you skip? I'm giving it to you.
We were just going for a walk.
Take a little swim.
Max, Lucas, and Dustin stumble through flimsy excuses when Chief Powell questions them about Lover's Lake. They deny knowing Eddie's whereabouts, until Erica bluntly calls them out.
Erica!
It's been Dusty.
No! Lying.
As parents argue, Powell restores order and announces separate interviews.
Shut up!
Choosing Max first, his calm authority cutting through the chaos.
Do I need to cuff you?
That was close.
Yeah.
After escaping the swarm, Nancy steadies her hands and tends Steve's injuries, cleaning and wrapping them while murmuring reassurance. Robin, practical as ever, argues they need protection before pressing on.
Or we need to blow up those bat things that are...
I have guns.
Nancy hesitates, then admits she keeps 2 guns hidden in her bedroom.
In your bedroom?
Tools that might exist here too, mirrored in this warped world. Hope sparks. As they prepare to move, the ground shudders as a deep roar echoes across the warped land.
Yeah, so guns seem like a pretty good idea.
Tense but determined, they press on toward Nancy's house, carefully crossing the shifting shadows. Hopper and Dimitri steady their nerves, knowing the coming clash may be their last. In the heavy silence, thoughts drift to the lives they hope to shape beyond these walls.
It is same for you, Anakin? Nothing to do with me.
Hopper allows himself a rare confession, quietly wondering if 11 is safe, growing stronger without him there.
You worry.
He reflects on Kamchatka, once believing this place was punishment for his past. Now a different truth settles in. Maybe he was brought here for a reason, to face the looming threat, to stand between it and the world, and to protect 11 in the only way he can, even from far away. Disguised as Yuri Ismailov, Murray strides through the guarded base with confidence. Joyce follows close while the real Yuri, gagged and posing as Murray, plays captive. Their bold performance fools security, letting them slip deeper inside, every step carrying them closer to their goal. Within 11's fractured memories, Brenner subjects her to a calm, clinical examination after the encounter with number 2. Afraid of his anger and haunted by earlier threats, she pretends nothing happened.
Fill in the gaps.
Brenner watches closely, reading every hesitation. Slowly, he deduces the truth. One of the children attacked her.
Someone in this room.
He orders them furiously, his reasoning cold and exact, until all signs point to 2.
Number 2, please step forward.
To force the truth, Brenner restrains him with a shock collar and applies relentless pressure until a confession spills out.
And why did you attack 11?
We'll do that, then she's lying.
Try again.
It was an accident.
11 can only watch, frozen in fear, as the cost of silence becomes painfully clear. Moving carefully through the warped remains of the Upside Down, Steve is caught off guard when Eddie opens up. Eddie admits that Dustin looks up to Steve, a revelation that quietly means more than Steve expects.
Guess I got a little jealous, Steve.
He confesses envy too, of Steve's confidence, his instinct to lead, saying he's tired of always being the one who runs. This time he followed because Robin and Nancy stepped forward first. Eddie then points out how quickly Nancy dove in after Steve, hinting that old feelings might still linger. Steve barely has time to reflect before the ground shudders again, abruptly ending the moment.
Seriously, I'm unsteady.
Dustin ducks into a bathroom stall while frantically trying to radio the older teens.
Where are you? We've been called.
Static answers every call, his panic rising with each failed attempt.
You don't think they went through Watergate?
Erica corners Lucas and with sharp threats and unmistakable Sinclair confidence,
Tell me what's happening?
forces him to finally explain what's been happening in Hawkins.
Is a dark wizard from... That was the reason why we were there, but these...
As Lucas fills her in, a realization slams into Dustin.
Do you understand?
The commies?
The commies didn't do this.
She raises an essential question.
The pattern clicks. Each of Vecna's attacks has opened a new gate. Heart racing, he connects the final thread. Vecna isn't working alone. He's a commander, weakening the barrier piece by piece, preparing the way for something far worse to cross over.
Powerful enough to rip up the power to open gates.
Right there, at the Wheeler's house window, flickering lights finally reveal the others, arriving from the Upside Down. Nancy leads them inside with purpose, intent on retrieving the guns hidden in her bedroom. But the moment she opens the door, she stops cold.
Those aren't guns.
Strolled in the house. I know where I keep my guns.
The room is unchanged, perfectly preserved as it was in 1983. Journals lie open, posters hang straight, furniture sits exactly where it once did. 3 years of life are missing.
It's because they don't exist yet.
The weapons she expects aren't there at all.
We're in the past.
As they absorb the truth, Steve catches a faint echo of Dustin's voice.
Dustin! Dustin!
Thin but unmistakable through the static haze.
11 and Vecna have in common.
Testing a theory, they touch lights and objects, watching their real-world counterparts flicker to life. Excitement builds as they grasp the link. Energy can cross between worlds. They move fast, switching lamps on and off in Nancy's house, sending pulsing signals.
Does anyone know Morse code?
Eddie scrawls SOS, which Erica spots immediately.
Listening to me?
Yeah, I'm listening because I think he's here.
The message clicks for Dustin at once. His friends didn't vanish, they crossed through the water gate.
I overestimated them.
Within the frozen prison, Murray becomes Yuri completely, matching the smuggler's voice, swagger, and careless confidence beat for beat.
I am not playing, I am practicing.
Joyce, posing as a captive beside the real, silenced Yuri, watches nervously as Murray convinces the warden he's delivered 2 valuable prisoners.
Silence, American scum! Enough!
Эту я узнаю издалека.
Глаз на радио.
Pleased, the warden waves them through, never suspecting the deception.
О котором я слыхал.
Murray presses his luck, casually asking about the other American. Curious and proud, the warden escorts them deeper into the fortress, past thick doors and echoing corridors. They arrive at a grim holding area where prisoners, including Dimitri, are lined up for a brutal spectacle. Then Joyce sees him. Hopper steps forward, worn, scarred, undeniably alive. Alarms stir, tension mounts, and nearby, something monstrous is being prepared for release. Eleven starts to feel it everywhere. The lingering stares, the quiet menace in the way 2's loyal friends track her movements. Before the fear can settle, the orderly pulls her aside, his voice low and urgent.
Try not to show any emotion as
He warns her that 2 sees her growing power as a threat, and that no one will stop what he's planning, not even Brenner. He admits he tried to protect her before and paid a terrible price for defying orders. Shaken, 11 asks why he keeps helping her, why he keeps risking everything. The orderly meets her eyes, unwavering, and answers simply that he believes in her.
Because I believe in you.
Then, beneath the table, he slips a keycard into her hand, silent, deliberate, offering her a chance to run, to survive, and to choose her own fate. Dustin and the others grab Holly Wheeler's light bright,
Hey! For your understanding.
turning it into a simple but brilliant way to communicate across worlds. As colored lights flicker to life, the connection sharpens, and the trapped teens finally explain their situation. They're stranded in the Upside Down and need a path home.
Okay, try it now!
Thinking fast, Dustin shares his theory.
We have a theory that can help with that!
Each time Vecna strikes, a new gateway opens at the site. If that pattern holds, then the place where Chrissy fell, Eddie Munson's trailer, offers their best chance. Hope sparks as the pieces click together and a risky plan begins to form. The teens think of rushing to Nancy's garage in the Upside Down and grab whatever bikes they can find.
Haven't you always had bikes?
So anything?
In the real world, Max quietly slips out of her police interview to rejoin the others.
Where are they?
Upstairs.
Oh, little pig.
Hey! Excuse me! Hey!
Erica causes a distraction, disabling patrol cars and buying the group enough time to grab their bikes and vanish. In the Upside Down, racing through the shadowed roads, a circling Demobat spots the teens and screeches, its cry carrying straight to Vecna. On the day everything changes at Hawkins Lab, 11 waits with careful patience, watching the seconds crawl by. She knows she can't act until Brenner and number 10 leave the room. When Brenner enters the Rainbow Room and sends 10 off to the next session, 11 notes the time and understands the opening has arrived. She pretends to feel ill, convincing a nearby orderly to loosen his watch.
Dizzy.
The light is hurting my head.
Still dizzy? Lights are hurting her?
The moment his attention slips, she moves. With the hidden keycard in hand, 11 slips into the lab's lower levels as the orderly joins her. In the basement, he reveals a narrow escape pipe meant only for her. He admits he can't leave, Brenner ensured that with a device in his neck. Guilt and gratitude flood 11. He risked everything. Determined, she offers to remove it with her powers.
What if I make it go away?
After a tense pause, he agrees, trusting her completely. Inside the bleak Russian prison, the inmates scramble to arm themselves with whatever the guards provide, bracing for what's coming. Hopper works fast, tearing his shirt to fashion a makeshift fire-tipped spear, striking a lighter to ignite it. The flame sputters, nearly spent, threatening his plan. As tension spikes, the warden steps in to shut it down. In a sudden, risky move, Murray Bauman reveals himself, pressing a hidden gun to the warden's back. The ruse is blown, but the interruption buys them precious seconds. The tension snaps as the gate yawns open and the towering Demogorgon emerges. Hopper sparks his improvised spear, the flames forcing the monster back long enough to shield himself and Dimitri. Around them, prisoners scatter in panic, the danger relentless. Elsewhere, Joyce and Murray battle their way into the control room, Murray's rough but determined skills on full display.
Hand it to your commies.
Taking a desperate gamble, they manipulate the arena controls and pry open the exit.
I hear what these buttons do! You can't just...
Hopper and Dimitri slip through just as the creature lunges, escaping by a breath.
Close it!
With a last burst of courage, Hopper drives his flaming spear into the Demogorgon, buying seconds for the doors to slam shut.
I thought we had you, medical.
The threat is contained, and in the aftermath, Hopper and Joyce finally find each other, clinging tight as relief and emotion crash over them. Grief-stricken yet grounded, Joyce refuses to believe Hopper could still be alive. In the Upside Down, the teens reach Eddie's trailer, adrenaline surging with equal parts relief and dread. At the same moment, the younger kids on the other side force the gate open with a broom handle, refusing to give up. As the opening widens, both groups finally see each other. Cheers, laughter, and shaky breaths collide in the air.
No way.
The reunion crackles with triumph and joy. 11 focuses and carefully extracts the device from the orderly, granting him a brief taste of freedom.
Thank you.
Before they can escape, guards spot them and block the narrow hallway. In a sudden reversal, the orderly steps forward and drops them with eerie precision, revealing abilities that mirror 11's own. Shocked, she listens as he finally tells her the truth. He isn't just an orderly, he is number one, the very first subject of Brenner's program. Desperate to save their friends, the kids knot bed sheets into a shaky rope, lowering it through the opening with trembling hope.
If my theory is correct...
One by one, Robin and Eddie climb through, collapsing in relief as they finally make it back to safety.
I guess I'll go.
Alright.
See you on the other side.
As Nancy starts to climb, Vecna strikes, dragging her into a chilling trance. She faces a vision of Barb, accusing her of abandonment and silence.
Or have you already?
The nightmare deepens as the world warps around her. Outside the vision, Steve shouts her name, reaching desperately, fighting to pull Nancy back before Vecna tightens his hold. 11 steps from the closet as alarms wail through the facility, immediately sensing something is terribly wrong. The corridors are strewn with fallen guards and staff, and Brenner lies motionless. She moves on, shaken, until she reaches the Rainbow Room and freezes. One stands over two, bringing him down in a chilling, deliberate way that echoes later horrors. Horrified, 11 demands to know why. One remains calm, almost gentle, asking why she's surprised after all she has suffered there.
You think you need them, but you don't.
He speaks as if he understands her pain, claiming the cruelty they endured shaped them both, revealing a disturbing sense of shared purpose behind his actions. Nancy is pulled into Vecna's lair, a warped realm of shadows where he confronts her with unsettling calm. He reveals he knows she spoke with Victor Creel, then forces her to witness a vision meant to shatter her understanding.
A dream.
Through it, Nancy learns the truth one has been revealing to 11. He is Henry Creel, Victor's son.
A fresh start in Hawkins, as if the world would be any different.
His parents moved their family to Hawkins, desperate for a fresh start, believing a new place might quiet the strange, unsettling nature that had already begun to surface. From childhood, Henry fixated on a nest of black widow spiders in his home, seeing in them a ruthless order he admired.
You see,
over time, he came to believe he stood above others, destined to strip weakness from the world.
When in the madness, I could not pretend. A predator.
As his abilities surfaced, curiosity turned cruel. He tested limits on animals, then moved inward, haunting his family with crafted visions that preyed on their fears and flaws.
Good. A terrible lie.
We were. My mother somehow knew.
When his mother grew wary and sought outside help, Henry struck first, ending both her life and his sister's in a cold, deliberate act. He turned on his father next, but the effort drained him completely.
But I was still a child.
Henry collapsed into a coma, leaving behind silence, lies, and a father condemned for crimes he never committed. Years later, Henry awakens under Dr. Brenner's watch. Seeing his immense potential, Brenner tries to control him. When these attempts failed, he shifted focus to creating a new generation of psychic children, desperate to replicate or contain Henry's power. The truth hits 11 hard,
Tricked me.
leaving her shaken and horrified. Henry reveals his manipulation and offers alliance.
Reshape the world.
11 refuses, and their clash erupts into a fierce psychic battle. Eleven reaches for her darkest memories, trying to fight the way she was taught, but he overwhelms her with ease.
It wasn't supposed to end like this.
Desperate, she changes course, focusing instead on her happiest moment, her mother's voice at birth, soft and full of love. That warmth ignites a new strength. With it, 11 flings one through a mirror and holds him fast against the wall, power surging. Reality fractures as a doorway rips open for the first time. She casts him across a storm-filled void where surging energy twists and transforms him, erasing what he once was forever. In the present, Vecna stands unmoving in the Creel house attic, his scarred arm revealing a faded tattoo. Number 1. After the chaos, young 11 spends her last strength sealing the rift she opened. When Brenner enters and demands answers,
What have you done?
the devastation speaks for itself. 11 collapses, power spent, before she can respond. In the present, Nancy, ensnared by Vecna's hold, witnesses a younger Brenner marking one, and freezes when he notices her.
Stay with me, okay? Whatever you guys are doing up there!
Steve urges the others to find music as Nancy struggles inside Vecna's vision. Suddenly she's hurled into Hawkins' lab on the day of disaster, corridors echoing with screams as fallen figures line the halls.
Take a seat, Nancy.
Brenner calmly tells Nancy to sit as the lights cut out. When they return, she's strapped to the chair, Vecna closing in. A terrifying vision of Hawkins' ruin unfolds as he commands her to deliver every detail of what she's seen to 11, then released back to reality.
It's okay. I'm right here.
In Kamchatka's gulag, the creature breaks loose, throwing the arena into chaos. Murray controls guards by radio, Dimitri questions a doctor for escape routes, and Yuri remains bound. Joyce cleans the cut on Hopper's arm, softly calling him Hawkins' hero and reminding him 11 still needs him. The tenderness fades as Murray cuts in, tense, warning the creature is loose again and chaos is spreading fast. Strange sounds echo nearby, drawing them into an adjacent room. There, they find a restrained demo dog thrashing in distress. Hopper ends its suffering swiftly, his face hardening. As they look closer, the room holds more horrors. Demo dogs suspended in tanks and a sealed box containing a mind flayer fragment they recognize instantly. Before dread sets in, Dimitri calls out, having found an escape vent.
Hey.
With no time to waste, the group slips inside one by one. In Nevada, 11 is revived after reliving the horrors of Hawkins' lab inside the Nina tank. A fleeting vision of her mother flickers through her mind before she awakens fully. Without a word, she rises, ignoring Brenner and Sam Owens, and calmly lifts the massive tank from its hinges. She lowers it back into place with control and certainty. Her powers have returned, and Brenner's quiet approval confirms it. Outside Las Vegas, Jonathan drives the Surfer Boy pizza van as Mike and will talk quietly in the back, the search for 11 stretching on.
Yeah, totally.
Mike admits his fear that once 11 regains her powers, she won't need him anymore.
Maybe I was one of the first people to realize.
Will listens, then gently offers the painting he meant to give Mike at the airport.
Can I show you something?
A D&D style mural of their friends facing a dragon.
Did you paint this?
Mike is stunned, asking if Will painted it. Will says it was for 11, a careful half-truth. He points to Mike's character, marked by a heart, and explains that Mike is the heart of the group. Without him, everything falls apart, especially 11. He tells Mike she needs him, that he gives her hope, and any distance came from fear, not rejection. Mike brightens, reassured. Will turns to the window, quietly breaking down, while Jonathan drives on in heavy silence. At Nina, Brenner calmly explains that, like one pushing her powers too far once sent 11 into a coma. When she woke, her memories were gone and her abilities diminished.
What you displayed that day?
Studying old security footage, Brenner realized what happened and admits he searched the Upside Down after the breach, convinced one still existed. Owen steps in, showing 11 reports tied to Vecna's recent victims in Hawkins, while assuring her that her friends remain safe, for now.
Your friends are in terrible danger.
Brenner isn't comforting. He warns that each attack weakens the barrier between worlds, and once it fully collapses, Hawkins will fall.
First.
Overwhelmed, 11 retreats to her room as Owens bristles at Brenner's cold honesty. Alone, she turns on the sink, focuses, and slips into the void, reaching out to find her friends. At Max's trailer, Nancy shakily recounts Vecna's vision.
A dark cloud.
Downtown Hawkins in flames, fallen soldiers,
A gaping mouth.
a colossal creature with a gaping mouth,
Coming into Hawkins.
the Mind Flayer, and monsters tearing through homes. Her voice breaks as she admits she saw her mother, Mike, and Holly gone.
There was something else.
Steve tries to comfort her, insisting Vecna is only trying to frighten her, but Nancy is adamant, it hasn't happened yet.
4 exactly.
4 gates.
She also saw 4 gates, one matching Eddie's trailer. The pieces snap together. Max realizes Vecna has been telegraphing his plan all along. 4 chimes, 4 victims, 4 gates, total collapse.
He's only 1 kill away.
Dustin adds that only 1 more kill is needed. Calls to the buyers go unanswered, confirming their link to the Upside Down. As fear rises, a plan forms. Vecna is a number like 11, meaning he shares her weakness.
Weaknesses.
His body is exposed while he hunts minds.
How do we do that exactly?
No idea.
Max volunteers herself as bait. Lucas protests, but Max stands firm.
I need to keep him busy long enough so that you...
In the void, 11 watches, panic surging as she realizes how close her friends are to disaster.
Yes.
Hopper, Joyce, Murray, Dimitri, and a gagged Yuri crawl out of the vents and burst into the frozen Kamchatka night. Sirens howl as they steal a van and slam through the prison gates. The base erupts in chaos while they vanish into the white wilderness. As they race through the snow, Dimitri warns the pursuit won't stop. Their only chance is Yuri, who knows the land and the plains, but he's stubborn and self-serving. With danger closing fast and no clear plan, they realize survival now hinges on forcing or persuading someone who has no desire to help them.
You make another. That will very much depend on how you answer. Check this out.
Eddie points out a weapons superstore, stocked for battle and far from prying eyes. Erica protests the crowd could be hostile, but Nancy insists they need supplies. Viking's too slow, so Eddie pitches a faster plan. Wearing Max's Michael Myers mask, they slip into a parked RV, starts it with practiced ease, and Steve slams the gas.
Not every day you lose your house and car and...
Laughter erupts as the group rockets away in their borrowed ride toward the next move. In Nevada, 11 confronts Dr. Owens with barely contained fury, insisting her friends are in immediate danger and planning to confront one. Owens urges restraint, promising trained agents will protect Max and the others, but 11 refuses to wait. She demands to go herself.
That he has grown in strength.
Brenner cuts in, cold and firm, claiming neither 11 nor her friends are ready, warning that one has grown far stronger without her.
I've stopped him once and I will again.
Call Stinson. She's got connections at Nellis.
Owens counters, reminding 11 the choice is hers alone.
Because this is not our choice. Well, you may not agree with it.
The room falls silent. Weighing fear, loyalty, and truth, 11 turns away from Brenner. Her decision is clear. She's going back to Hawkins no matter the risk.
Not bad.
On the drive to the war zone, Nancy rides shotgun while Steve drifts into a hopeful daydream. An RV, a cross-country trip, California sunshine, and a house full of kids. Nancy smiles, teasing that his vision includes far too many children.
Sounds nice. Except for the 6 kid part, that.
In the back of the vehicle, Lucas quietly suggests breaking into Hawkins High to search Ms. Kelly's files for another possible target.
All of her files, we look for mentions. Look.
We don't have time for any of that, okay?
Max stops him cold. Risking an unsuspecting stranger isn't an option.
It's like he only sees the darkness in us.
Instead, she reveals her own plan. She'll draw Vecna into her mind again, but this time she won't give in to fear. She'll hide in a happy memory while the others fight.
There?
Lucas asks if that memory includes him. Max smirks. When she starts to levitate, he'll play her Walkman. The group reaches Yuri's cluttered warehouse, clinging to hope that he has another plane to carry them out of Russia.
Beautiful, yes.
Plane.
Instead, Yuri proudly unveils Katinka, a battered, half-torn helicopter that looks barely airworthy.
Cannot fly us to America.
He admits it might not even cross the country, let alone reach America.
Think goodness no.
Frustration mounts as their options disappear.
I did warn you, Jim.
Thinking fast, Joyce suggests contacting Dr. Owens for help. With no alternatives left, Dmitri agrees to make the call using Yuri's equipment. Although he delivers a grim warning, the KGB will almost certainly be listening.
Assume the KGB will be on the other line.
If anyone on Owens's end answers, the signal could be traced in moments, and their fragile window to escape would vanish just as fast.
Fast, yep, definitely.
At the war zone, the group loads up on weapons and gear. Robin spots Vicky and gathers her courage, until Vicky's boyfriend appears and kisses her. Flustered, Robin retreats, hiding her disappointment as the mission presses on. Meanwhile, Nancy unexpectedly runs into Jason Carver, tense and unraveling as he purchases a revolver.
Wouldn't expect to find you here.
And that's just gonna force you into...
She offers a brief condolence for Chrissy, but Jason snaps, demanding to know if Mike or the Hellfire Club are with her.
Are you here with you by chance?
Nancy shuts him down fast, warning him to step back.
Let go.
What happened?
Moments later, the group bolts from the store in their stolen RV, leaving Jason staring after them, suspicion burning hotter by the second.
It's gotta be around here somewhere.
What if we decide Nina is a physical building?
The California crew arrives at Nina coordinates from Susie, expecting 11 or the Nina site, only to find empty desert stretching in every direction.
And 7.
Slow down, slow down. Nina!
Confusion sets in as they huddle over the map, questioning every turn they took. While they argue, Argyle drifts away and notices what they missed: fresh military tire tracks cutting through the dirt.
Regular tire tracks, bro, Josh. You know what that means.
Military.
Sullivan's forces are already farther ahead, closing in on the hidden bunker.
It take me some time, though.
Just as fast.
Owens calmly plans 11's return, but then guards swarm, silencing him and dragging him away mid-sentence. As 11 prepares to return to Hawkins, curiosity draws her into Nina, where Brenner suddenly seals the chamber, trapping her inside. His warning is cold and deliberate. If she tries to intervene, Owens will suffer the consequences. He insists she will remain with him until he decides she is ready to leave.
Why are you doing this?
That certainty cracks something in her. 11 finally challenges him, asking whether his choices were ever right at all, especially the ones that left her mother trapped in silence after brutal treatments disguised as care.
I was trying to help Henry.
Brenner tries to twist the past, blaming 11 for releasing one, but she finally pushes back. She names his selfish choices: the open gate, the spreading terror, her friend's suffering.
You made me look for him! The gate! You could not let him go!
11 realizes she came to Nina to see if she was a monster, only to learn the truth lay with him. She declares she's leaving with Dr. Owens. As she forces the door, Brenner sedates her. Furious, she overpowers him, then collapses. Elsewhere, as they prepare themselves for the impending battle against Vecna, Max works beside Nancy, helping her alter a weapon for close combat, both knowing rules no longer matter. Eddie and Dustin turn battered trash cans into shields, laughing as Eddie makes Dustin swear he'll never lose his spark. Nearby, Erica and Lucas shape makeshift spears. She admits she teases him endlessly, but loyalty runs deeper than words.
Okay, for the record,
I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
Steve and Robin assemble bottles meant to burn bright, their talk drifting briefly to crushes before snapping back to reality. None of them expect a perfect ending. Still, among their chaotic circle, they're the ones willing to stand against the nightmare.
But if we don't stop him, who will?
It's killing Vecna.
They clink bottles together, sharing a quiet vow to face Vecna, no matter the cost. 11 wakes restrained by a humming collar, the old, suffocating pressure of Brenner's controls snapping back into place. Before she can respond, the bunker erupts. Sullivan's forces arrive in full force, breaching entrances with thunderous impacts. Doors are torn open, orders shouted, the facility overwhelmed with ruthless efficiency. Amid the confusion, Brenner slips away with 11, steering her through flashing hallways while everything collapses behind them. Later, with the bunker secured, Sullivan corners a restrained Owens. His demand is sharp and relentless.
Where's the girl?
The question hangs heavy. Meanwhile, Brenner finally stumbles outside with 11 in his arms, only for chaos to erupt from above. A helicopter attack strikes him down, and he collapses, leaving 11 alone and exposed. From the air, a marksman locks onto her, requesting clearance as the moment stretches unbearably thin.
In fact, I'll do it myself. But if you're wrong...
Owens begs Sullivan to stop, his voice breaking.
Take it.
But Sullivan answers with cold resolve. Just as everything seems lost, Argyle's van screeches into view, stealing the attacker's focus. In that instant, 11 rises. Drawing on her strength, she releases a powerful surge that sends the helicopter crashing into the bunker entrance, ending the threat in one decisive blow. Chaos erupts as the group rushes in, but everything fades when 11 sees Mike and Will.
11!
Relief floods her as she pulls them close, clinging tightly. For one fragile moment, the danger falls away, replaced by warmth, safety, and the quiet certainty that she isn't alone, even as turmoil rages around them. As Brenner lies fading, his strength slipping away as he reaches up and disables the collar around 11's neck, a quiet admission that his hold on her is finally over. She approaches slowly, guarded but calm, allowing him one last touch against her cheek. In a softened voice, he tells her he is proud, calling her his daughter, insisting that everything he did was meant to guide and protect her, even if it caused lasting harm. 11 looks to her friends, their steady presence grounding her, then back to Brenner. She absorbs his words without accepting his excuses. With gentle resolve, she steps back and says a simple final goodbye.
Goodbye, Papa.
Rejoining the others, she chooses herself at last. Outside, Sullivan watches in silence as the van pulls away. 11 doesn't linger.
Hawkins, we need to get to Hawkins.
I know. 2,000 miles.
We need to find a way.
She warns her friends that time is running out. They must reach Hawkins now before the danger reaches everyone they love. The drive through Hawkins is heavy with silence, every thought fixed on what lies ahead. The threat waiting for them feels closer with every mile. Max, Lucas, and Erica are dropped at the Creel house, the place tied to Vecna's past. As they step toward it, the air thickens, shadows flicker unnaturally, and the house looms in unsettling stillness. Outside Yuri's isolated sanctuary in Kamchatka, he tinkers with the helicopter, Katinka, cautioning Murray Bauman and Dmitri that flight may take another try. The engine keeps sputtering and dying, and with every failed start, suspicion grows that Yuri is stalling on purpose.
It's like me, who knows?
Inside the old church, Jim Hopper and Joyce Byers wait beside the phone, the silence stretching thin. As they pass the time, Joyce notices the marks left by Hopper's confinement and voices her worry.
What did they do to you?
You know, I needed to lose weight, anyway.
Hopper, steadier than before, admits the ordeal forced him to confront regrets he's long avoided. He confesses he never should have sent the message, but Joyce gently reminds him that saving him was her choice, and one she would make again without hesitation. Their conversation softens into warmth, memories of their Enzo's date drawing them closer. A kiss follows, tentative but hopeful, until the phone finally rings with the call they've been waiting for. In Hawkins, the group tightens their focus, reviewing a careful, multi-phase plan. First, Nancy, Steve, and Robin wait at the playground for Erica's signal, which will warn Max and Lucas inside the Creel house. Next, Max draws Vecna into a trance. Then Dustin and Eddie pull the demo bats away, opening a narrow path. The final step sends Nancy, Steve, and Robin into Vecna's lair. In the Upside Down, the teams separate. Steve grips Dustin's shoulder, reminding him and Eddie to pull back if anything turns wrong.
We are not heroes.
Brief goodbyes follow as they head toward the Creel house, nerves tight but resolve firm. In Nevada, Jonathan frantically searches for the earliest flight to Hawkins.
One of our family members is really...
But Eleven's attention catches on a roadside billboard, sparking a sudden idea. Knowing they won't arrive in time, she suggests guarding Max from afar by entering her mind, using the same method she once used with her mother and Billy.
A way to protect Max.
To make it work, she needs a sensory deprivation tank.
I can go into Max's.
Will proposes a motel they passed, though Mike points out the lack of salt.
Mind fight. Righteous.
Argyle steps in, measuring 11 and planning the setup, locating a place with enough salt.
Is on.
Inside the Creel house, Lucas, Max, and Erica slip through the rooms barefoot, lantern light cutting softly through the dark. They avoid speaking, trading quick notes as they search each floor with care. Erica spots Vecna below and signals the others. Sticking to phase 1, she sprints to the playground to send the signal, but a wary passerby spots the strange glow and makes a call, exposing them. While Jason trains, Andy comes with alarming news about strange lights and activity at the Creel house.
What about it?
In Kamchatka, Hopper shares what he's learned. A caller connected to Sam Owens revealed that 11 and Joyce's kids have vanished off the grid, preparing to confront a growing threat in Hawkins.
This is your daughter, American.
KGB, and...
Murray fears a KGB trap, but Joyce points to the living particles inside the prison, clear proof a gate is open.
If we were to leave this very moment, we wouldn't make it in.
Even if Yuri fixes Katinka, time won't be enough. Joyce proposes a bold shift. Weaken the hive mind by destroying the particles here, giving the kids a chance.
Expect. There is a fine.
After hesitation, Murray agrees. Hopper sends Dimitri to pressure Yuri, while he, Joyce, and Murray prepare to return to the prison.
This'll do just fine.
The California group pulls into a local Surfer Boy pizza, determined to gather the mountain of salt needed for 11's sensory deprivation tank. Argyle chats up the mellow cashier, laying out their strange request, but hesitation lingers.
Yeah, dude.
Well, it's just,
My dude, we're not asking you to...
Jonathan smoothly intervenes, offering a personal favor that convinces the cashier to step away.
Pretty rad, right?
With the coast clear, Will and Jonathan rush to fill a freezer with salt and water, shaping the makeshift tank, focused as the plan comes together under buzzing lights.
Not bad.
Meanwhile, Eddie and Dustin reinforce the trailer with sheets of scrap metal, sealing themselves in. Eddie's nerves flip to joy when he discovers an upside-down version of his guitar waiting in his bedroom.
Don't mean to freak anyone out.
Elsewhere, in the rotting woods, Nancy, Steve, and Robin make their way toward the Creel house.
She's a super class.
Along the path, Steve reflects on his reckless confidence during junior year, thanking Nancy for pulling him out of it years ago.
So much.
Yeah.
He admits she changed his life for the better and quietly wonders if things might have lasted had he grown up sooner.
Listen, I guess what I'm trying to say, and really...
Steve shares a once-held dream of traveling the country with a family, always picturing Nancy beside him. Now he accepts that some dreams fade with time. The moment breaks when Robin announces they've arrived,
Hey guys!
and Erica's distant light flickers at the playground.
Erica.
Joyce, Hopper, and Murray reach the prison and halt, unsettled by the silence and absent guards. They move on through the familiar escape tunnel, when Hopper catches distant gunfire echoing across the compound, a warning that something is unfolding elsewhere. Dimitri watches Yuri closely, calling out his harsh treatment of the Americans despite their warnings about a threat that could reach their families. He appeals to Yuri's pride, reminding him of his days as the legendary peanut butter smuggler and the respect that came with it.
Продолжаешь водить всех за нос.
Guilt flickers across Yuri's face.
Ты был некогда отличным парнем.
At last, he reaches into his pocket and produces the missing engine part, signaling a change of heart and a willingness to help them escape. Inside the Creel house, Max Mayfield and Lucas Sinclair wait in strained silence, trading messages on notepads to avoid making a sound. Max admits how relieved she is that Lucas is with her, and after a moment of hesitation, Lucas asks if she wants to go to the movies on Friday. Max answers by sketching a rough drawing of them at the theater, her smile sealing the yes. Outside, Erica flashes her signal from the playground. Lucas passes the confirmation through the upside down to Robin, officially triggering Phase 2. Pulling on her sneakers, Max steps toward the flickering lantern, trying to draw Vecna out and reach him, but hears nothing in return.
No more music.
Come on, do you want me or not?
Confusion flickers as the light weakens, then drifts upward, tracking Vecna's movement and steadying themselves for the next crucial step of their plan.
Do I look cool? I feel like I look...
At Surfer Boy Pizza, Mike finishes taping together a pair of improvised sunglasses meant to shield Eleven's sight as she slips safely into a trance.
Surf shut, Romeo.
A playful, flirtatious moment sparks between them, only for Argyle to interrupt at the worst possible time. Nearby, Will watches quietly, his expression caught between longing and hurt.
Oh, come on, you don't remember? He had like the high-vis jacket?
Sensing it, Jonathan pulls Will aside and recalls a childhood story about Will asking him to retrieve a Lego figure named Larry from his nose.
A lot of that is probably my fault.
Jonathan admits he misses being someone Will leaned on and apologizes for being distracted and distant.
Right now, complicated than Legos up the nose, you know?
He promises Will that no matter what, he's there for him always. Overcome, Will hugs his brother, finding comfort in the reassurance.
It's gonna be okay.
Soon the freezer is ready. 11 climbs inside, enters the void, and locates Max and Lucas, watching as their plan begins to unfold.
I found them.
In the attic, Max and Lucas stand beneath the lantern's weak glow. Max speaks into the silence, certain Vecna can hear her.
I'm right here!
Max's plan.
Maybe mostly the worst ones.
Then sits without her Walkman.
I thought about what you said.
She admits he was right about her darkest thoughts, that there were nights she wished her stepbrother would simply be gone after making her life unbearable.
Sometimes I would pray that something would happen to him.
She confesses that when the moment came to help him, she hesitated, unsure if he deserved saving. The weight of that pause has never left her. Guilt follows her into every night, twisting into a painful wish that she could trade places, that the burden might end. Her voice breaks as she tells Vecna the truth she's never said aloud. She's tired of carrying it all, and she wants him to take her away.
You wanted Billy to die.
Lucas questions Max, unsettling her as his words turn cold and wrong.
Lucas, you don't mean that.
I'm glad it's going to be you.
Max, can you hear me?
In truth, he's trying to wake her.
But you were ready.
In the void, 11 warns that Vecna has Max panicked. Max strikes out, Lucas warping into Vecna as she flees downstairs. Gripping Max's hand, 11 focuses and slips into a shared memory, a sunlit California skate park from decades past.
I am in a memory.
Hoping to reach Max through a moment untouched by fear.
Just here.
Back in reality, Lucas signals Erica through the window, prompting her to tell Robin to start Phase 3. Dustin and Eddie blast music into the night, using its raw energy to pull the demo bats away. With the swarm distracted, Nancy, Steve, and Robin close in on the Creel house. In Max's vision, she searches for an exit, only to find every door sealed. Back in reality, Jason and Andy race toward the playground, Andy chasing down Erica. When Max opens another door, she's confronted by a vision of Billy trapped in the sauna, struggling to escape. As Billy breaks through, Max focuses on her memories, slipping into the warmth of the 1984 snowball dance. As bats close in, Dustin and Eddie sprint for the trailer, celebrating their daring distraction. In Kamchatka, Joyce, Hopper, and Murray crawl back into the prison and find the holding containers smashed and empty. Armed with a flamethrower, they enter the security room, shaken by the devastation and a gravely wounded general struggling to speak. Murray translates as he explains that a creature broke in and gunfire shattered the containers, releasing beings overtaken by a force called the Shadow. The man fades before finishing. Checking the monitors, they realize the particles have possessed the creatures now roaming the prison. In the Upside Down, Steve, Nancy, and Robin step carefully into the Creel house, picking their way through walls twisted into something unnatural. Elsewhere, 11 moves through the skate park memory and spots a younger Max, explaining to the others that she can observe but not interfere.
She's young.
As she studies the scene, something feels wrong. A DJ station sits oddly balanced atop a bridge.
There is
a memory within a memory?
Inside the snowball memory, Max waits at a table for the next signal when balloons suddenly burst, splattering the room. The record warps and spins, rippling through both memories. Decorations rot and crumble, cold flakes drift down, and thunder cracks as lightning flashes, the growing chaos marking Vecna's tightening grip. Back in reality, Lucas sees Max start to hyperventilate and tries to signal Erica, but she's restrained by Andy and threatened. Turning to help, Lucas is stopped when Jason Carver arrives, misreading the scene.
Back up! No, step.
Holding Lucas at gunpoint, Jason demands Max be awakened. Lucas refuses, knowing it could doom them all, the standoff tightening as danger closes in around Max.
We all die.
Just you.
At the Russian prison, the trio reaches the courtyard with a risky plan. Draw the creatures into the arena and ignite it to help 11 and the kids. Murray takes the flamethrower while Joyce monitors security.
You're the grill master.
I'm the bait.
Hopper heads for the laundry room to lure one out. And Joyce falters, haunted by Bob's fate.
I don't know, Hop.
Hopper steadies her with quiet confidence, promising today isn't the end, then leaves her. Inside the upside-down Munson trailer, Dustin and Eddie grip their weapons as bats slam against the windows.
Give up that easy, huh?
Shh. They're on the roof.
Eddie realizes they've reached the roof, and moments later, movement rattles the vents. The two strike back in a frantic scramble. Across town at the Creel house, Nancy, Steve, and Robin creep up the stairs toward the attic. Before they can enter, a sudden quake shakes the house, alerting Vecna. Vines surge from the walls, snaring Robin first, then Nancy and Steve as they rush to help, pinning all three in a tightening grip. Hopper enters the laundry room and draws a demodog's attention, darting through corridors and weaving past machines as the creature gives chase, his movements quick and calculated. Inside the Munson trailer, Eddie slams a garbage can lid over the hole, but the bats push through the bedroom vents anyway. Dustin scrambles up the rope toward Hawkins. Eddie starts to follow, then stops, a new idea flashing across his face. He cuts the rope, yanks the mattress out of place, and heads outside alone.
Stop!
Buy more time.
No!
Choosing to buy them more time. At the snowball, Max desperately stacks tables and chairs into a shaky barrier, only for the room to warp into the Creel house. Vecna appears, taunting her as the walls close in. She searches for happy memories, but visions of her friends failing against him shatter her focus. With terrifying force, Vecna hurls her aside, pressing his advantage.
He lives in another dimension.
Summon this. Vecna.
What's the truth?
Lucas begs Jason Carver to listen, explaining Vecna's deceptions and the visions that haunted Chrissy.
If Chrissy wanted help, she would have come to me!
Jason twists his words, certain the Hellfire Club caused it all. The standoff erupts. Jason threatens Max, Lucas lunges, and a wild shot distracts Andy long enough for Erica to escape. Amid the chaos, Jason crushes Max's Walkman as he and Lucas struggle. At the snowball, Vecna declares that Max, like everyone else, will eventually break. Before he can act, a sudden force slams into him. 11 reveals herself, unleashing her power and sending Vecna crashing backward into the bleachers, exposed and stunned by the one he never expected to face again. Eddie draws the swarm after him with shouted taunts. Dustin scrambles back through the portal, landing hard and injuring his leg. A bat slams into Eddie, knocking him down and sending him running, until he stops. Remembering the night Chrissy passed, Eddie turns back, choosing to stand his ground instead of fleeing. Hopper sprints through the halls as Joyce watches anxiously on the monitors. While at the Creel house, Erica races upstairs and Jason and Lucas continue their brutal struggle. Within Max's memories, 11 finally reaches her, but Max hesitates, unsure if she's real. Their reunion is brief as Vecna rises from the bleachers to confront them. 11 issues a fierce warning, vowing to stop him if he hurts Max again.
If you touch her again.
Did you kill me here, 11?
Vecna mocks her, questioning her past victory and welcoming a true confrontation. Meanwhile, the others realize 11 is actively facing Vecna. Hey! On the other side, a limping Dustin sees Eddie engulfed by bats. Vecna flings 11 aside as Max collapses unconscious. He seizes 11, coldly telling her she'll be forced to watch her friends fall before he comes for her. Dragging her into his mindscape, he traps her against the Creel house doors with grasping vines. Then Vecna lifts Max, suspending her helplessly against the shattered remains of the house. Within Max's mindscape, the air hums with tension as 11 makes one last, desperate appeal to Vecna.
Papa is dead!
She tells him Martin Brenner is gone and admits she understands how years of control and isolation shaped him.
Did he hurt you?
Vecna doesn't deny the abuse, but he dismisses the idea of Brenner as a monster.
But he was no monster.
To him, Brenner was simply an ordinary man driven by obsession, certain he could bend others to his will.
But in the end, he could not shape us.
Vecna claims it was 11's refusal to submit that truly defined him. He recalls being cast into the Upside Down, a place he first mistook for punishment, only to realize it was untouched by humanity.
I became an explorer.
There, he became consumed by its dominant force, the Mind Flayer, and understood that to fulfill his purpose, he needed access to Hawkins.
Something to transcend my human ways, born. All I needed was someone to open the door.
The gate 11 opened in 1983 gave him that chance. When it closed a year later, he adapted, turning to proxy attacks and long games, always seeking her power. 11 pleads with Vecna to stop and undo the damage he set in motion.
So stop this.
He answers coldly, describing the chaos unfolding beyond the mindscape. Lucas is overpowered by Jason's rage. Erica is trapped, unable to reach him. Hopper is dragged down in the prison. Eddie is pinned beneath a relentless swarm. Nancy, Steve, and Robin choke as vines tighten around them. Vecna insists it's inevitable. Hawkins will fall and be remade to fit his design.
Try and stay very still.
As his words fade, Max's body slowly levitates, proof that the danger is spilling into the real world.
Al, can you hear me? Al, come on, get out of there!
Meanwhile, Mike notices 11 struggling to breathe.
Mike, you're the heart.
Will reminds him that he's the heart of their group, pushing Mike to finally speak.
I love you!
He tells 11 he loves her, apologizing for holding it back out of fear. Fear that one day she wouldn't need him, and that saying it would make losing her hurt more. He admits his life truly began the day he found her in the woods, loving her with or without her powers.
You're my superhero!
Calling her his superhero.
I can't lose you!
Hearing this, 11 finds new strength and tears free from the vines holding her.
Right now! Fight!
Lucas finally knocks Jason unconscious, then freezes in horror as Max is lifted and injured. At last, 11 breaks free and hurls Vecna away from her. The flames trigger a violent reaction from Vecna, sending Demobats crashing down and loosening the vines restraining Steve, Nancy, and Robin.
Or divine intervention.
Freed, the trio grabs their weapons and charges back toward the attic. The last Demogorgon advances, towering and relentless as Hopper, out of ammo, grips a sword and stands his ground. In the attic, Nancy, Steve, and Robin discover Vecna's fallen body. Facing 11, Vecna warns that she believes they've won, but this is only the beginning. He claims defeat was inevitable. 11 stands firm, answering calmly that it was he who failed, not her or her friends.
Have already lost.
You have.
Steve hurls a Molotov at Vecna's body, igniting it and shattering the mindscape around 11 as Max stirs awake. Vecna rises anyway. Robin follows with another throw, and Nancy fires repeatedly, forcing Vecna back as the attic fills with chaos and light. Hopper charges the Demogorgon and brings it down with a decisive strike, while Nancy fires, blasting Vecna through the window and sending him crashing below. Joyce and Hopper embrace as Murray cheers, while Dimitri and Yuri arrive aboard a repaired Katinka. Dustin limps to Eddie, gravely injured and fading fast.
I didn't run away this time.
Struggling to speak, Eddie says he didn't run this time and asks Dustin to protect the Hellfire Club. With a trembling promise and whispered love, Dustin holds him close, breaking down as Eddie slips away in his arms.
Eddie! Eddie!
Lucas!
Erica forces open the attic door and freezes at the sight of Lucas holding Max.
Oh, no.
He urges her to call for help as she runs. Max whispers that she can't see or feel anything. In the void, 11 sobs with Lucas as Max admits she's not ready to die, leaving Lucas crying out in despair. In the Upside Down, the Creel house clock strikes 4 times, and Robin's team realizes with dread that Max is gone. The house trembles violently, forcing them to cling to the banister. Lucas drags Max back as a glowing red fracture rips across the attic floor, surging outward. As every crack from past horror spreads across Hawkins, unleashing chaos, ruin, and fear everywhere. At Surfer Boy Pizza, Mike whispers through tears, begging Elle to wake up, certain she can hear him. In the void, Elle watches silently as Lucas holds Max close.
No.
Refusing to lose her friend,
No.
Elle reaches deep within herself and forces Max's heart to beat again.
Hi. Which one? Not Mike. Holy shit, this is insane. Life and stupid boy!
2 days later, the California crew reaches Hawkins and is met by a steady stream of residents fleeing town. News outlets label the catastrophe an earthquake, reporting 22 lives lost and widespread damage.
Rocked. Officials expect those... Most recently, Eddie Munson, the leader of this cult, and who deserves so much suffering.
Are you hearing this?
At the Wheeler house, Ted watches the coverage while Karen hurriedly packs, helping Nancy, Steve, Dustin, and Robin load Steve's car with donations for the Red Cross drive at Hawkins High. Their work stops when the California crew arrives, and the yard fills with relieved embraces. Karen pulls Mike close, promising she won't let go again. Jonathan finds Nancy, admitting he knows more than she realizes and apologizing for the silence he couldn't risk breaking. Nearby, Steve stands quietly as Robin offers wordless comfort. Dustin rushes to Will and Elle. Their smiles fade when they ask about Lucas. With a heavy breath, Dustin tells them what happened.
Rolled up grin pulling at the corners of his mouth. Oh my God.
The group arrives at Hawkins Memorial Hospital and finds Lucas keeping vigil beside Max, unconscious, her body wrapped in casts. Lucas pulls them into a tight embrace, explaining the doctors don't know when Max will wake, only that her survival defied all odds.
Doctors don't know how.
Elle settles at Max's bedside, gently holding her hand. With quiet determination, she promises she isn't going anywhere, whispering reassurance and hope into the stillness of the room. At Hawkins High School, Steve, Robin, and Dustin arrive with carloads of donations and are struck by the number of families displaced and hurt. They immediately volunteer.
Oh, these are blankets and sheets. Organized. We appreciate that.
Steve is assigned to sort clothing, while Robin heads to the kitchen to help make sandwiches.
Robin.
Aye.
Vicky suddenly appears, startled to see Robin, and spirals into an awkward, breathless apology. Instead of discomfort, Robin laughs, admitting she understands completely. The tension melts into easy conversation.
Sorry.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
From across the room, Steve pauses mid-fold, smiling softly as he watches Robin and Vicky talk. Dustin hands out water, then stops short at the sight of Wayne Munson posting flyers for Eddie.
Mr. Munson?
Dustin gently explains he was there during the disaster.
I was with him?
His voice cracking when asked where Eddie is.
Where's Eddie now?
He pulls out Eddie's guitar pick, pressing it into Wayne's hand, whispering his apology.
I wish everyone had gotten to know him.
Fighting tears, Dustin tells him the truth, that Eddie was nothing like the rumors, that he stood his ground, protected others, and showed courage when it mattered most.
To protect this town.
To Dustin, Eddie wasn't a monster.
He's a hero.
Eleven and the team pull up to Hopper's cabin in Argyle's van and decide it needs a little care.
Jesus. Well, that's a bit of a problem.
Dude, man, it's more like a fortress.
Cleaning supplies.
Outside, Jonathan and Nancy board up the windows, occasionally glancing at Argyle cheerfully gathering mushrooms nearby. In the quiet moments between hammer strikes, they apologize for being absent when it mattered most. Jonathan carefully asks if they're okay. Nancy hesitates, then says yes.
Yeah.
She asks about his college letter. Jonathan forces a smile and says it hasn't come yet.
No.
While Elle cleans nearby, Mike and will speak in hushed tones about her struggle to fight. Mike hoping Vecna is finally gone. Will admits he's wounded but alive, now close enough for Will to feel him again.
But he's still alive.
He realizes the mind flayer was only a mask. Vecna won't stop. Mike reassures him they'll face it together, until a car comes toward the cabin. In her bedroom, Elle reaches out with her powers, slipping into the void within Max's mind, only to find a vast, hollow emptiness. Calling Max's name brings no answer, leaving her shaken and lost. Footsteps sound outside her door. When it opens, Elle freezes, then breaks down as Hopper stands there. They rush into each other's arms, Elle sobbing that she never stopped believing he was alive, even leaving her door open 3 inches.
I kept the door open 3 inches.
Okay. Your hair.
Hopper gently notes her short hair. Elle smiles back, teasing that he looks smaller too. A noise outside pulls her away, and she runs straight into Joyce's arms. The reunions blur together, joy and disbelief tangled tight. Brought back by one of Owens's agents, Hopper finally meets Mike, who jokes they've both changed, before they share a long, grateful embrace. Suddenly, a shiver crawls up Will's neck, raising goosebumps as he lifts his eyes to the darkening sky. Heavy clouds gather overhead, and the group falls silent. Elle notices ash-like spores drifting down, slow and unnatural. Across Hawkins, others stop and stare, sensing something deeply wrong. Joyce, Hopper, Elle, Mike, Will, Nancy, and Jonathan move toward a hill overlooking town. From there, they see the clouds spiraling outward from 4 distant gates, red lightning pulsing within them. At their feet, the grass fades and wilts. The truth settles in: the Upside Down isn't retreating. It's advancing into Hawkins. Thanks for watching. For those interested in learning how I create these movie recaps, you'll find a step-by-step masterclass link in the description. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't, let us know where you're watching from and share your thoughts in the comments. We truly appreciate your support, dear friend. Feel free to click on the next video. Thank you.